Players at the ready. Are you ready? Are you ready? On my release.
Tonight, I'll be eating roasted cauliflower tacos with spicy chipotle sauce. Thank you. Oh! I wasn't ready!
You want cheese to go with that wine?
We got an awesome game coming up for you. It's going to be Chance versus Emil. This is going to be a fantastic match because Emil has come out all the way from Florida, and all the players in Idaho have decided to challenge him personally to get some experience and practice. We saw him play against Anthony, and he took the L on that one. However, he's now playing the one right past it. Anthony was rated at number 4, and Chance is rated number 5 in the American Air Hockey League. So it would be really exciting to see where Emil fits into the bracket. Now, we got Chance right now showing you something. I'll have to pull it closer to the camera. It's kind of fun here. But basically, we've got tonight a game with myself versus Anthony. And then after that, here comes the rotisserie chicken. We get to show you this. This is going to be amazing. We'll explain in just a second. But this is for the fans that... Yeah, it is. It's not going to focus, but that's all right. So there we go, the rotisserie chicken. I am accompanied right now by 2 amazing commentators, Kat and Ray. Kat and Ray, how are you guys doing tonight? Yeah, it should be fun. I'm going to pop out there right now and go up against Anthony. And then after that game is the title game, which is going to be Emil versus Chance. So wish me some luck, and we'll see you all in a little bit. All of you in the chat that were cheering us on, thank you so much. We do see those chats. They are live happening right now. I'll pass it over to you, Ray and Kat.
Good luck.
Wow.
Good luck to Anthony, I mean. Ha
Oh. No, I've seen Nathan and Anthony play at different points. I'm not sure who I give this to, because I want to see, the thing is, I always root for an underdog, so, I want to root for Anthony in this one. Sorry, Nathan. Gotta do it.
No, I think it's always important to cheer for underdogs. It's always exciting to see, up-and-coming players improve against established players. I think we talked about Nathan being number 1 in the AAHL, and that he hadn't lost in a while. But I was actually watching the stream, earlier this week, and we saw him lose to Peter Kai. So Spec got him. Is Anthony next?
And also, I do want to confirm, I saw someone in the chat mention that they can't hear. I hope you guys can hear us now. If you can't, please let us know. Looks like they're getting started.
Yeah. And there is the first face-off and went to Nathan.
Ooh. I noticed there's a lot of low-top players out in Idaho. Oh, that was a filthy over. Wow.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, Bobo. 14.
Thank you. Yeah.
Glad that you guys can hear us.
It is already 1-all. It is already 1-all. We got 2-1. Looks like we need an update on the score.
Yep, Nathan is up in this game 2-1. This is the first game of, I believe this will be a single set.
Oh my god, you see that over? That was so good.
Great right wall over.
We are at 2-all actually. Whoever's on score, would you mind just updating that one?
Yep. Hi there, Nicole. Good to see you in the chat. Thank you everybody for your chats. Nice cut straight from Nathan.
Already 3-2. It's been like a minute to play. That's so good.
It's all offense. Another right wall over from Anthony.
God. Oh, that's so brutal. I think that Nathan has done 3 of those cuts now. Is that the third one or the second one? I don't know. I lost count. But that is so accurate and so fast.
Yeah, I do think it's been 3 straight shots and then 1 right wall.
Oh my god, there's a...
Yeah, Anthony sees it too. He is pounding the goal, knowing that he needs to start blocking these.
The problem with blocking... Oh,
No.
unlucky. The problem with blocking that cut is you potentially leave yourself open for a cross or one of those really fast right wall unders, which we know Nathan is capable of, so that's tough.
And Anthony went for a little bit of a slow off goal there. Didn't catch Nathan moving, but ooh, tough little whiff there.
There's a cross?
And there's first game.
Wow, that was 2 minutes?
It's a quick game, final shot replay.
Oh my gosh, yeah, fastest game I have seen. Yeah, that was real fast.
Yeah, and Nathan takes with that cross shot like you had been mentioning.
Yeah, that's the hard part about blocking. You can't block every shot, and as much as you'd like to. Alright. We're already heading into game 2. That's crazy. What a lightning fast start to tonight's stream. Go Nathan, go Anthony, go air hockey. Alright, game 2 out of this set. And Nathan takes that possession. Oh, and the puck goes off the table. Oh, it's so annoying when that happens. Every time that the puck flies off the table, I'm like, oh man. But let's see who can go out in front between the two of them. Nice little cut attempt. Ooh! Great block by Anthony. Good job. Oh, feels bad, man. Happens to all of us, though. So we are, looks like that now both of them have warmed up a little bit. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a slower game. We are only at 0-1. Ooh. Nice cross attempt. And another over by Anthony. You know, I think the over is one of those really great shots where if you hit it, and you hit it accurately, it is hard to block because everyone's expecting the under. However, if you miss it, it just can be easy for the other person to go and get possession of it. So it can be a little risky. High risk, high reward, though.
Yeah, it looks like the players... Oh, I was about to say they slowed down, started playing a little bit more defense, but there's Nathan once again back to that straight shot that had been working for him.
Yeah, that cut-cross combo is really tough because really hard to block both of them. You sit on that cut, you leave open cross.
Yeah, but it is good from Anthony hitting a couple off goals, maintaining his possessions a little bit longer. It's slowing Nathan down and preventing him from getting in that rhythm. But ooh.
Oh, back in the mallet. Feels bad. You know, sometimes you just have an unlucky moment like that.
Yeah, it's always tough when you're trying to, you know, grab the puck and get possession before it goes back to the other side. And sometimes when you're doing that, it just takes an unfortunate bounce straight into your goal.
Oh, yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, Nathan is playing quick. It's always sort of been his style. And actually cost him there. He lost possession. Anthony now has it. Let's see if he can take advantage.
Oh, I thought that was in.
Oh, I thought he scored with that cut also. Ooh, great grab from Nathan there.
Oh my gosh. That is so nasty. Nathan is a very, very dynamic player. The nice thing about air hockey is that there's so many ways to play and so many ways to be good. You can play very quickly like Nathan seems to like to do with that momentum, or you can be more deliberate in setting up those shots. So many ways to be really, really good. So I love this matchup. Oh.
Yeah, and this is a really good matchup here for the AAHL. You know, it looks like Anthony's ranked 4, and Nathan has been... Wow, that was a
so
very
good.
accurate straight shot from Anthony there.
Oh, that was so good.
Nathan has been playing the longest in that group.
Ooh. That was a great little cross. He's shaking it.
Wow.
Wow, look at that forehand. Shout out to Anthony and your forehands. That's still a shot I cannot hit, so ever meet you, Anthony? Please show me how you do that.
Yeah, Ken, we've got Kurt in the chat asking what are some different play styles.
You want to take that one?
Sure. Yeah, so
Oh.
wow, Nathan goes up 6-3. He's only 1 point away from winning this game. And some of the different play styles really is just being quick and trying to score with a lot of power or trying to score with a lot of deception. Some players slow it down and throw in time changes, trying to catch people flinching. But there it is from Nathan. He scores with the right wall to go up 7-3.
Oh, wow. But a great, on that replay actually, just saw that left wall over block from Anthony right before that final point. That was really, really good. Yeah, a lot of really different ways to play, a lot of ways to enjoy playing. All right. Hi guys, how's it going tonight? Hello, it's going great. Everyone says hello.
Yeah, we have Spec in the chat saying that Anthony has no chance, but look, Anthony is still dancing.
Yeah.
He is not... What's the right word for that? Discouraged?
Yeah.
He is not discouraged. He still has energy, and he knows that it's not over until Nathan wins 4 or he wins 4. And so the race is not till 2, and so he can keep going and he can get it.
Exactly. I've seen people be down even 3 games in a set like this. Oh yeah, this bit for our viewers who did not tune in yesterday. That rotisserie chicken bit. I think that they were playing. They were like, "Oh, what do we get if we play?" And someone brought up a rotisserie chicken, and that I think is what they are playing for here, which I think is very funny.
That's right. Every player tonight has put dinner on the line. If they do not win, they do not eat.
Oh, wow.
And so the whole rotisserie chicken is the prize, and a great right wall from Anthony to start winning this.
Was that another over? Oh, and another cut. Wow.
Yeah, Nathan has had a bombardment of straight shots, and a 1-2 shot there from Nathan.
He got Anthony when he was out of position on defense. Those can be, even against the best players, it can be really, really difficult to guard against those if you go from one shot to another. Was that off the table?
Yeah, Anthony looked like he was going for that right wall over, and it just popped right off the table, just barely missed.
It goes off the table like that. It's tough. Oh.
And this is actually a different style. If you watch from that shot from Nathan, it's taking a little bit more deliberate time, slowly pushing it forward, and then hitting it, as opposed to, you know, some of his more quicker, crazier gameplay.
Yeah. Like that drift there. That was really, really good. Oh.
All right, we've got some comments from Spec saying, Anthony, play better, play slower.
Oh, but that was such a good shot.
And if there's one person that knows how to beat Nathan right now, it is Spec. Oh, no, an own goal from Anthony.
I do that all the time. It's okay, Anthony. Play slower. It does seem like, yeah, Spec, it does seem like against Nathan, deliberately slowing it down. I'm also noticing, maybe it's just the view that I'm getting, but I'm noticing that Anthony is blocking pretty far back, and I think that a lot of the shots that Nathan has got have been those straight shots. So blocking far back might not be doing him a ton of favors, but I also know my view is a little distorted from what might actually be happening on the table.
Yeah, I see a couple people saying hi in the chat. Hi to Henry, hi to Kurt. How are you guys doing tonight? You know, Nathan only 2 points away from winning this game. Only 1 point away now with that cross straight. Goes up 6-1.
Ooh, 6-2. That was a good one. Oh, left wall.
And there it is.
That like left. What was that? Left wall over. I want to see that replay real quick. Oh no, that was just that was an under.
Yeah, quick little serve right off the back, bounce off of the table into a left wall under Anthony's defense. Nathan goes up 3-0 and only needs one more game to win this set. We see Nathan is wiping down the table. You know, sometimes in play condition, the table, you know, can get some dust or smudge, or even some of the players sweat if they're getting intense here in this air hockey studio.
And it gets hot under those studio lights too. Like, oh my gosh, you wouldn't think so, but
Yeah, that end, we can see we've got the heart rate monitor on Nathan at 129, 128. And so even though it looks like the players are just, standing there, moving forward, moving quickly, using your arms, legs, back muscles, can actually be a little bit tiring for some players, getting their heart rate up and then even cause that sweating, which is why they need to clean off the table.
Yeah, it can be hard to get in that really competitive mindset and hard to maintain it, but when you get in there, it's really fun.
All right.
All right, Anthony takes. Oh no, maybe hit his finger. What happened there?
Yeah, it looked like straight off of the face-off, and Nate hit it straight towards Anthony's goal. Could have been called goaltending, as I think his hand blocked the goal. But Anthony gave it up, Nate took it, and Nathan was able to score anyway. So he's up 1-0 in what could be the set game.
Well, well, well. How the turntables. Exactly. Precisely, Travis. Let's see if Anthony can turn around.
Yep, and here goes Anthony. He has the puck. Little bounce off the left wall, but he ends up giving it away. Gives it to Nathan. That cut has been killer today.
If I were Anthony, I might push up a bit on defense, but it can also be really difficult because Nathan has shown that he is capable of hitting those walls really quickly, but it seems like he is exploiting that straight a little bit because those are a bunch of straight attempts, just one after another right there. Yep, there it is again.
Yeah, an excellent job maintaining possession from Nathan also. Even though Anthony's doing a good job, and then he finally gets the puck.
Get Ray and Kat out to Idaho. I would love that. I want to play all of you guys. Yeah.
Weird bounce off, flubs into Nathan's goal. Score for Anthony. Actually, you'll see in the replay, Anthony kind of taps his goal, and that's one way of saying that he knows he didn't necessarily earn that goal, but will definitely take it.
That right there. That when Nathan was pushing up, Anthony did that little quick right wall under as a way to punish being so far up. So that is one of those risks of if you're blocking really very, very far up like Nathan is, does leave yourself vulnerable.
Yeah, hits him with the old, I think it was basketball, right? You reach, I teach. He caught him lacking, scored on him, but here goes Nathan, goes up 3-2.
Interesting. Anthony is keeping up, though. This is an important point.
Yeah, Anthony is staying in this game.
Oh, there's a straight again. I saw him push up right there. Just seemed to miss it by just a little bit. Oh, wow.
Yeah, Anthony has a cut of his own to score.
Ooh, tough. Nathan is leaning into that cut cross.
That is an accurate cross straight from Nathan. He is showing why he is number one. Spec. Ooh. Another good right wall from Anthony. But Spec, I was wondering, do you think this is a response to your win yesterday, or was it 2 days ago? And he's showing everyone he may have lost, but he is still number one.
Wow, we are at 4-6. Let's see if Anthony can push it to 5. Ooh, one of the risks.
Missed drift from Nathan, loses the puck. Anthony goes for it. Oh, just barely misses it.
Oh, there's the cross to end it.
And Nathan wins on that cross straight after hitting those cuts all night. Goes over to the cross, the other side of the goal, to win 7-4.
Yeah, that is real tough because you can't really do all that much. But what a sweep by Nathan. That was very intense. Yeah, I loved that. Anthony, I really liked a lot of the stuff you're doing. You are a fantastic player.
Yep.
Please teach me your forehand sometime.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to do a little bit of an interview with the players. If you have any questions for them, put it in the chat. They can see the chat.
I missed that. Hello.
And so turn it over to them.
No, Ray. Actually, we finally got it set to where we can hear you, you can hear us live, and all that. So we usually go through and read some of the chat. But did you have any questions for us? Any questions for Anthony? Anything in the chat that we didn't get to see while we were playing?
Thank you, Spec. Play better. Play slower.
How you guys feeling after that?
I'm tired. It's been a long week of air hockey. And so it's funny because I'm like, I'm going to do fine. And then I keep going into game after game after game and being like, man, I'm more and more tired. I'm hoping to save myself a bit for when Seth Garrett gets here. but I'm afraid I'm not going to give him
Yeah.
a very good battle.
And now
No, I think it'll be good.
Yeah, and congratulations, Nathan, on that win. We were wondering if after your loss to Spec, you were up. I think was it 3-0, and so you started off this fourth game against Anthony, kind of on a mission. Is that because of what happened?
It really wasn't. However, after I won 3 games, that fourth game just now against Anthony, I started to like miss some shots, and I'm like, oh no. And what scared me the most, this is gonna sound so dumb, but what scared me the most was thinking, oh no, the fans are gonna think that I'm trying to throw this on purpose or something. And I'm like, now I have to give it like extra intensity. I don't know if you saw my heart rate jump up, but I'm like, all right, no, I have to crush this for the fans so they know that this isn't made up. And so then I try to close it out really fast. I'm always proud of Anthony. He's coming off of tennis practice today, and so he's a bit tired today. So I'm not going to hold that against him. But next time, bro, you got to play your freaking darndest against me.
Who is this guy?
I don't know. Hold the microphone close.
Who is this guy?
Read it.
Kira Taylor. Yo, Anthony, I'm the greatest at table hockey. No, you're not.
You should come to Arizona and play me. I will have 7. You would have 2.
You wish. I'm 16. I can't go out of state.
We have no Arizona players, actually.
Yeah.
So,
You don't
yeah.
care it,
You're
and
probably the best in Arizona,
Nathan,
then.
Go ahead, Ray.
I think the Middix might be out of Arizona.
Really? Oh, is that who Peter is?
Yeah.
Because we've had this guy named Peter Rabbit, and he said he's like yeah, I played Jose Mora, and we're like, what? Like he knows people, so that might be one of them. We don't know. Okay.
Yes, you're good.
We got
not
Noisy Alien
good.
saying loving the guest commentators, Kat and Ray. Guys, thank you so much for helping us do commentary.
Thank you.
Yeah, and for those of you that want to help us out, we could always grow this team. So you can shoot us an email at aahlconnect@gmail.com. You can see that little come up there right this second. Send us an email if you want to help us out, if you want to sponsor, if you just want to shoot us an email saying, hey, we appreciate you guys. All right, back to the chat here. We got M12 saying hi. We got Kiera saying yes, I'm good.
Not that good.
We got JJ game. Oh, if it's one of the Middix, if it's one of the Middix, you get wrecked.
Maybe.
Low key air hockey. I love it. OG. We got Parker saying sup. Guys, this is live. We see your chats right now.
Yeah.
If you have any questions for us, now's the chance. It does take about 20-ish seconds from you to send it for it to actually go through and show up on our end.
Yeah.
So send it right now.
I'm not gonna lie. Like an hour ago, I was playing tennis. I had a tennis match today, and so I'm utterly dead. Like
Don't
I'm
be
gone.
dead.
I'm so
Dude,
tired.
give it your best. Always 100%. The next game coming up is going to be Emil versus Chance. I'm really pumped about this one. He played you. I don't think he was giving 100%. And so I'm excited to see this game.
He flew in that day too, so he might be a little tired.
He flew in. He was tired, but today he's been rested up. There's a rotisserie chicken on the line. I don't know if anyone's been told yet, but yesterday in the chat, Chance called a timeout just to be cocky and danced around like an idiot. And in the chat, someone said, that kid looks like a rotisserie chicken in the microwave. That's how he dances, right? And someone else in the chat said, oh my gosh, what do people win for this tournament? And somebody said they win a rotisserie chicken. And it became a joke yesterday. And then somebody donated, using the super chat bubble right here, shameless plug right there, donated $4.99 and said, for the rotisserie chicken. And then Emil today brought over a rotisserie chicken. Actually, Chance,
Hip, hip,
could you grab the
hooray.
chicken? I got to bring that
Nathan.
over here real quick.
Nathan.
So,
A at Ron says howdy.
A Ron. What's
A
up?
at Ron.
A at Ron. So today we have whoever wins this match against Chance and Emil gets the rotisserie chicken. Look at that. Yeah. Hold it down. No, yeah, down.
I
Look
love
at that.
that.
Look at that. It's
Wow.
gorgeous.
That is glistening.
Look at
Plated
that.
that. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I don't want to say who plated it
Was it
because
you,
it was
Nathan?
me, and I don't want to be made fun of for my
It looks bad.
presentation by.
Winner,
Dude,
chicken dinner.
Gordon Ramsay's gonna pop in here and be like, "What? What is this? What is this?"
We figured your name was Aaron. Don't worry.
If anybody's friends with Gordon Ramsay, have him take a look at our sweet cooking channel. We did not cook it. We got it straight from the store in the bag, baby. $4.99. All right. Without further, wait, is there any questions now that we gave him a second? Jetta says, Nathan, did you have to train to get to where you are now? What's the routine and for how long before a match? Would love to hear from Anthony as well. I literally woke up this way. No, I'm kidding. No. As I tell everybody, it takes 100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups, and you have to run
100 squats,
a 10-kilometer run every day. I'm kidding. Also about that. That's the One Punch Man logic. No. Actually, I had an air hockey table at the house, and I practiced a little bit here and there. It was just for fun. I had beaten everybody at the arcade, and I thought, I wonder if there's any tips or tricks online. I looked it up, didn't even realize that it had been an air hockey league for 50 years, a professional league. Air hockey has been a world sport for 50 years. So I thought I could beat those guys. I'm going to show them how good I am. And I flew out to Houston, Texas for the ESPN Invitational 2021 or 2021, I think. And so I went to the Invitational, and I'm like, I'm going to show them. This boy from Idaho is just going to kick some butt over here. They're not going to know what hit him. And I got wrecked, just absolutely slaughtered. Mind you, I was the best in my town. Nobody could beat me, blah, blah. And I got absolutely wrecked. And so after that, I started practicing like crazy. So my routine is it's slowed down a bit. But it's usually I will spend about an hour or so practicing my drift. Puck control is always key. I do not watch how I eat, but I really, really should. My sugar intake is abysmal. I should get sponsored by Betty Crocker because of the brownie mix I eat straight raw. Don't tell anybody
That's
I said
disturbing.
that.
I'm fat and I don't do that.
It's really bad. However, I also do the only exercise. This is true. You guys can quote me on this one, and you'll laugh. I have a pull-up bar. I've never showed you this. But at my house,
Where's your pull-up bar?
it's like at my house. It's up in my bathroom, and it's a pull-up bar. And I will do what I call a kick the ceiling. I have to like do like a pull-up, and I have to like kick the ceiling. And after like 2 years, I finally have like 2 brown spots on my ceiling, which sounds disgusting. My house is pretty clean.
Okay, my turn. You talk a lot. You talk a lot.
Brown spots on the ceiling. Kick the ceiling, and so it works your core.
Yeah, it's from your feet, huh?
They want to know. They want to hear how I make it happen.
Okay. Did I have to train to get this good? 100%. Hey, Mom. So I've been playing for I think 2 years now, roughly. I started August 2022. The question's gone, so now I can't see it. What's my routine?
They're just asking, like, what did you do to train?
Listen to music.
Nixon's saying, can you run through some shot for us 5 minutes later? It was really interesting to explain right wall under, right wall over, etc. Now, I know what you are on about when you say them, but I'm sure there are loads more. There are only 6 main shots, and then all the other shots fall under those 6 main shots, okay? And most of them are pretty easy to understand. The right wall under, right wall over, there's 2 shots right there.
And then off the left wall.
Yep, left wall under, left wall over, so there's your other 4 shots total. And then the only other 2 are the cut and the cross.
I get those 2 mixed up all the time.
You got to hold it way closer, but you're so
My
quiet.
bad. I get mixed up on those all the time.
The cut and the cross are confusing because it matters what side it goes in on. And to make it worse, it matters what hand you shot it with. So as soon as a left-handed player is playing, the cut and cross are opposite for them. Okay? So basically, the best way to explain it is if you're a right-handed player and it goes into the goal side closest to your right arm, that's going to be the cross, and the other side's a cut, and vice versa.
Okay, Nathan, I don't know about you, but I'm kind of excited for this next game. I think we should get on the road.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Back to you, Ray and Kat, and thank you guys.
Thank you.
For sure. And shout out to Anthony, by the way. Anthony, you have some fantastic right wall overs. That's such a hard shot to block. And I was watching you and I was like, oh my God, he's just hitting one after another. So you are a great player. I really want to play you sometime now. I'm really hoping we can make that work at some point. And I think now we are headed into our main event for the night, right? Which is this match between Emil from North Carolina / he moved out of North Carolina to Florida, but he's one of us. We love you, Emil. Versus Chance out there, and this is going to be really fun to watch because I think their play styles are different, and I think we're going to see some really interesting stuff from both of them. So at least I think that's what's happening next. Tell me if I'm wrong, but yo, quick energy is key. That's true. I believe in the transformative power of a Gatorade. For me, my favorite Gatorade flavor is the lime cucumber one. If you have no, if you haven't tried it, listen. If you haven't tried it, it's one of the hardest flavors to find. You gotta go to like a gas station. You can't get it at like a Walmart or something. But yeah, lime cucumber Gatorade. Try it if you haven't.
Yeah, and on the mic commentating, we have Kat and Ray. We're both North Carolina air hockey players, and we're excited to be here. Looks like Nathan is showing off the prize for this match.
Gosh. This rotisserie chicken bit is so funny to me. I love it. And whoever put it on that like plate looks really, really good. Shout out to you guys. Oh yeah, we are headed into Emil and Chance. I'm gonna talk about Emil for a second because I think he's I think he's awesome, and I miss him. I think something I've seen a lot of from him is he has a very quick right wall under, and I know he has been working that cut and cross combo. And from what I heard from him, because I talked to him a little bit earlier, he's been specifically working that cross, and we'll see if we see that on the table. We'll see how Chance does in terms of blocking it. Because it can be, as we saw with Nathan and Anthony, it can be very, very difficult to block both of those. If they're really, really accurate.
Yeah, and it looks like Emil's coming in a little bit of an underdog. There have been matches, so far all throughout the week. Emil's been there for, I think, 2 days now, and he's played on stream both days. And so, based on his play, he's entering the AAHL at rank number 8. So Chance is number 5 in the American Air Hockey League. Emil's now number 8. He's challenging him. I think this is going to be a 2 out of 3 challenge match. So instead of playing a single set like they did, they're going to be doing the match, and it looks like they're going to get started with a sword for the face-off.
I am really into the sword. I love that. I don't think I've seen this before.
And they do have American Air Hockey League number 1 Nathan as the takeoff, and here we have Emil, shedding the jacket, getting ready.
And that is his Dragon Ball Z shirt, it looks like. Shout out to you, Emil.
Yeah, sword for the face-offs. Let's see some swords in the chat.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's go air hockey.
And this is the face-off. I have to do it. Oh!
Whoa. Oh!
Chance won the face-off, but immediately gives it to Emil. Emil feeling the puck around the table, goes for a cut and scores 1-0.
Great cut. That cut from that right side can be real difficult to tell if that's going to be a wall or if it's going to be one of those straights. And Emil is blocking really far up. And I will admit, I've only seen Chance play maybe once or twice, so I don't 100% know if he bases his game more around those straights or those wall shots. But it looks like he might be more.
Yeah, and this is really excited to see them playing. So they have had some time on the table against each other. I believe it was 2 days ago. They played a left-handed match, and Emil won that match 4-0. Chance had mentioned he'd never really played with his left hand before, but I think they were both trying to hide a little bit before this match today, and a great forehand right wall over from Chance.
Brutal. Playing left-handed.
Yeah, watch that replay. That is nice.
Oh, there's the right wall under from Emil. Playing left-handed is fun sometimes. The shot I struggle with the most on a normal day is the cross, and yet... Ooh, Emil gave that up. And yet, when I play left-handed, the cross is the only shot I can hit. And there's that fast right wall under from Chance there. Ooh, and immediately another straight. Tough. I will admit that I do not watch Dragon Ball Z, but I know that Emil is wearing that shirt. I think he and Chance were talking about it earlier.
Yeah, and so most of the players on the American Air Hockey League, they play with jerseys. I think they offered Emil, they said, hey, Emil, you want to wear one? You can have one for this match. And Emil said, no, I'm wearing this Goku shirt from Dragon Ball Z, because he said against Chance, he is going to go Super Saiyan.
Aw, Emil.
50-year-olds with a Dragon Ball Z t-shirt is too funny.
I love Dragon Ball Z. You're never too old to enjoy things.
And it's never too old to, push past your limit and go Super Saiyan. Come on, man.
Yeah. Alright, Emil still leads by 1. This is a big point here. Ooh, oh! Ooh, I hate it when, it kind of just goes, a slow shot like that can be really tough to block because you can be in the correct position and then move out of it. And I think that's what happened right there with Emil. Alright, I saw a nice little cross attempt. Wow, look at their heart rates. Oh, Emil! Oh my gosh. Our rate is through the roof.
Yeah, Emil's all the way up to almost 150. Chance, calm and cool, only at 110 beats per minute. So, this is game number 1. It looks like Emil may be feeling a little bit of that excitement that comes with this match. Chance has been on stream many times. He's played against some of the best players in the American Air Hockey League. And, but there's quick jump for both players. Emil up to 157 and Chance at 130 now as they're getting excited to play this game. There's only, strong forehand from Emil. He goes up 5-4. I know I was talking to, Brian Cazada. They're tied 5-5. Actually, in 5-5, American Air Hockey League, I believe, calls this the point of criticality. The first to get to 6 will have the advantage. And a strong right wall under from Chance goes up. He is 6-5. Emil now with a chance to tie it. Will he go Super Saiyan here, like he had said that he would? And right wall over.
I know Emil can hit those overs, and they are a tough shot to block. And if he can find it, I think he will have a great chance of tying it up. Ooh.
Yeah. Chance playing a fun chase game. Charge from Emil, but he's not able to get possession. Little revert or a diamond drift from Chance into the push. Charge from Emil. Emil snags the puck in the corner, goes for a forehand, but now slows it down 5-6. A little cut off goal. Doesn't catch Chance moving at all. Scores on himself to lose the first game 7-5, but it's still the final shot. So let's see this replay.
I think that was either a cross attempt or a right wall under attempt. I think a cross attempt, and it is hard. It is hard when you miss those. But I self-score all the time, and yet we keep going. It happens to the best of us. Emil is still in it. It is not over until the last puck scores, and I think we are putting a poll in the chat who we think will win. Maybe just who will win this set, or maybe the whole match. I gotta say, I'm really happy to be watching this.
More chaos. Yeah. That was, the first game. First game is always good to win, but it doesn't always dictate what's going to happen in the match. It is a feel-out period. So it is good to get to, 7-5. 7-5 means that you were in it. I feel like at 5 sometimes anyone could have won. Those were really good points to close out the game from Chance. So he goes up with this advantage, 1-0, but both players actually on their heart rate, they are coming down, and they're able to they're able to focus on this next game.
And the sword is back. I am really loving this sword. Oh, I should get a sword. Well, that might come out of this match tonight. If nothing else, I might buy a sword.
And here's the face-off.
Alright, Chance takes possession on that. Oh, there goes the puck. There it goes. It is not staying on that table tonight.
Yeah, puck flied off the table almost towards the camera. It's a good thing that we're tall. Any of the short people in the chat would have been hitting the head there.
Oh, yes. For sure, it gets really intense for me in a game. It gets really nice little hit by Chance there. It gets really intense around points 4 and 5. And I know that I always have a moment of okay, now I really gotta focus.
Right. I'm seeing in the chat we got Nixon saying, or not Nixon, I'm sorry, Anna saying, "Oh my God, I didn't know they could see the chat. This is live. The players can see the chat. There is one screen in the studio right there behind Emil. You can see your chat there. There's a larger screen on the wall that you can't see, and so whenever you see them, just kind of look off to the side. They're reading your chat there as well. Oh, just go ahead and give them your support, guys. Whoever you're rooting for, cheer them on. Pick your favorite and cheer them on. Oh, look at that shot. Chance is looking happy.
I I'm still. I gotta shout out Emil because you know that's NC, and I'm coming to you from NC. But seeing Chance and Emil kind of go neck and neck on some of these, I think will be really interesting to see how the set and the match progress as both players kind of wake up some more.
Right. And it's everyone has their own little wind up and wind down, right? It always takes me about, I want to say, 3 solid games before I'm at my peak. But then after about, I don't know, apparently yesterday 3 games, but usually about a set or 2, I have a wind down. I shouldn't admit that out loud, but it's true. And so I'm excited to see, I'm excited to see Emil get sort of pushed to his limit and to see how he's going to overcome that right now.
I know what you're talking about, the wind down, Nathan. It is hard. It is really hard when you're in a competitive space like Emil and Chance are right now. It is hard to maintain that. Oh my gosh, went over from Emil. There it is.
Love it.
Yeah.
Rat
It is hard to maintain. Oh, go ahead, Nathan.
I was just gonna say, we got Rat in the chat saying hello, Mr. Bus. Hello to you too, sir. We got Cruz in the chat saying that's not nice to call people Nathan. Oh, haha, I like it. Dead Spec in the chat. We got Nixon in the chat. Guys, is live. Throw us a chat. Keep us company here in the commentator booth. We would love to hear from you. Let us know who you're rooting for. We can currently see that the chat ratio is actually at a dead 50. Oh no, it just changed. 53% is rooting for Emil. Emil has the people's vote right now, but barely. Right while under speeding fast from Chance. Here it goes. It looks like they're reviewing it for a second. And back in play. Now, Ray, you, I think, have the most experience playing with Emil, correct?
Yeah, I played with Emil a lot here in North Carolina.
Awesome. So, you know, yesterday I was talking to him about you and said, hey, give us some juicy bits about Ray. What juicy bits about Emil do you have? Ooh, we are right now at game point as well.
Yeah, it's exciting. You know, Emil and I don't have too many like juicy bits on each other, but I do remember, you know, he got into air hockey because he has friends that play air hockey that were also into this game called Step Mania. He is one of the like highest ranked Step Mania players on the East Coast in all of North America, and so, you know, he has definitely seen me try to play and keep up with him, and I think I like fell on my feet. But there's a great win there from Chance, I think.
No. It was 3-5 a second ago because there was a penalty. That's what they were looking at the ref for. I went out and verified. So it's right now 3-6. The score that you're seeing is accurate.
Okay, yep. So now Chance has game point. But yeah, Emil got to see me trying to keep up with him dancing. And wow, that was a nice little, you know, deceptive right wall from Chance with a little bit of that pump fake.
We got Rat saying, this is the first time I've been exposed to competitive air hockey. It seems intense. You know, we were trying to get that across to everybody, Rat, about the intensity of it, and we couldn't really express how, besides people getting like really angry when they play, which I do. If I'm losing, I really don't like it very much. And so we found that one of the best ways to do that is with heart monitors. We just started doing this. So look underneath each of the players' names, and you can see the heart monitors pop up. So right now, and they are relevant to where they're standing. Chance is on the left. He's considered the blue player this game. The higher ranked player is always in blue. And Emil is in the red. We're going to reset the scores here for you in a second. But you can see that their heart rates, you know, right now it's slowing down after the game. But 2 days ago, I played Peter Kai, and his heart rate got to 195. And mine was at 185, I believe. And he ended up beating me that game. So yes, it does get intense. It's hard to express it. The best way is just to show you what's actually happening to their body while they're playing. Chance now 2 games to 0. Emil would have to win 4 games almost straight. And remember, it's the best out of 2 sets. So this is the first set. If Chance wins this set and then one more, this entire match is over, and he kicks Emil out of this match.
All Emil's got to do is win 4 games before Chance wins 2. That's not that hard. He can do it. No, it's very hard actually. He's gonna play great though.
Yeah, that, and we saw, you know, Emil.
Forehand.
We saw Emil versus Anthony, right? He was down 3 games and he tied it up, brought it to game 7 earlier this week.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm saying I think Emil is going to go Super Saiyan in a bit. We got Noisy Aliens saying, nice job, Chance. Shove a potato at that alligator, a.k.a. Idaho versus Florida, because that's really what this is. It's an Idaho versus North Carolina battle. It's going to be more of that tomorrow when Seth Garrett comes into town. I'm so excited about him getting here. We got Tam coming from Canada. Tam has never played a professional match before, and he's coming out just to see what it's like to play against pros. So it'll be really fun to kind of showcase the difference between someone that's never played a pro before versus the highest ranked person that we have around, which is Seth Garrett at this point, coming in from North Carolina. Should be really fun matches coming at you. And then my all-time favorite, Caleb, is going to be coming to town. He's one of our standard commentators, our best commentator in my opinion, with Seth Garrett. And so we're going to make the commentators play each other, but they have to be mic'd up and they have to commentate their own game while they're playing. So that's going to be a Monday game. It should be an absolute blast. 3 to 3
that's going to
now.
be fun. 3-3. We are on the third game of this set. Ooh. Oh, that was a great over.
Yeah, I mean, take a look at the replay. You're going to watch Chance do the shot, but then watch. He actually sees that Emil barely tipped it and almost blocked it. So Chance taps his goal and, you know, basically saying, like, hey, like, you know, you were there, basically. You had that. Chance's heart rate almost equaling Emil's right now.
Wow. 4-4. Look at that. This is a very important next point, I think.
Well, when you have a rotisserie chicken on the line, anything's possible.
That is the funniest thing.
Our chat's amazing. So I don't know. Yeah. So Kat, I'm not sure if you saw the chat yesterday. It was so funny though, just because, you know, they were just making fun of Chance's dancing, and that turned into somebody saying it looks like rotisserie, and that turns into someone donating to get us a rotisserie chicken, and so now this game is for the rotisserie chicken. So there's a lot at stake here, and I say steak as a joke because it's really a poultry joke to me. 5-5 point of and immediately Chance up 6-5 now. Needing only 1 point to give himself the third win. If you don't know who's winning, just look at the top of the screen. There's those white squares there, and they show you who's won the games. And so far, Chance is 2-0. Emil's heart rate jumping up again. Taking his time, slowing down his shots. Goes for that cross, loses possession, and gets scored on, ending this game. It's now 3-0. Emil has to put his money where his shirt is in this case. Go Super Saiyan and see if he can beat Chance.
Now, I will say the last match I saw Emil play was maybe in, February or March, somewhere in that range. He came up to North Carolina. I played one of our other players, Cam, and I did see him wake up a little bit. I think it was in the second set. Now, he still has time to wake up in this set, but I know Emil reaches another point, and he just really locks in there. And then Rad is talking about, I noticed that Chance takes a bit more of a rest in between shots with May, which may help with focus. Yeah, you can slow it down some, kind of try to recenter, really get the puck to where you want it to go and then execute. But it can be tempting to play really fast and loose. I think they're both doing a good job setting those up, but maybe Chance is taking a split second.
See where Chance is looking right now. That's the chat right there. So if you ever see them looking over there, you'll see Emil look over his right shoulder a bit, and that's the chat as well. You guys, this is live. You can see the chat behind him as well. It's just a smaller screen. And so that's the impact you guys have. So cheer for your best, you know, cheer for your team, cheer for your player. We got Celestial in the chat. We got JR Cobb in the chat saying, I too would play at 190 BPM for a rotisserie chicken. We should start saying that. Like, what would you do for a rotisserie chicken? But Klondike would sue us, so we got to be careful.
That's actually my brother. Shout out to you, JR.
That's awesome. Welcome.
Thanks for tuning in, JR. Yeah.
JR needs to help us commentate. That would be the best. Oh, a nice cut from Chance. Emil feeling that. Oh. And then it slides in on Chance's goal. Chance was there to block it, but fumbled it in.
Yeah, that can be really tough when it's right at the edge there.
We got Rat saying, I cheer for a good game, and it seems they've both delivered. Nico saying hi. We got Taylor saying, let's go, Chance. We got Celestial saying, got Chance all day. We have a poll. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, but it's right up right now in this chat. It's showing that there's 60% chance for Chance in this case. It was in Emil's favor until recently. It's rare that we have those whole numbers. It's usually like 62 or something.
Yeah, it looks like players were able to get a good view of the games. You know, Chance is up 3-0, and sort of the chat is seeing that, and they're responding with the voting for him.
We got I mean, I love that right wall under speeding fast from Chance. That's one of the things about Chance's game is that he likes to, like right there's a great example. He likes to do a release of a shot during a drift, right? So it's moving a little bit, then he starts getting it going really fast, doing a diamond drift, and then he does a release from the center. So here's his drift, and he'll watch this, and then he does a release from the drift, making it harder to track where he's shooting and where he's aiming.
Yeah, it makes it really difficult to position yourself on defense, especially when they're threatening from hitting it at different angles and different spots. And then having that combo with the straight shot and the bank shot really makes it difficult to block both. It's not possible. And so Chance showing really good, design of his offense there.
And, I saw in the chat they were saying, Chance is really slowing down between his shots a bit. Ooh, okay. Watch this replay. He fumbles it in his own goal, but watch what Chance does on the right-hand side of the table with his pink mallet. Watch what he does right here. You'll see him tap it on his goal. That's sort of the air hockey's way of saying, I'm sorry that happened. That was unfortunate. We actually all want our opponents to do their best because then it pushes us to do our best. We do not want a game where our opponents are scoring on themselves. Believe that or not. It's the truth, though. Ray, you agree with that one? Oh, we're at 2-6, too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And this is a potential set point for Chance. And we do want, we want to play the best. We know when we're playing well. We know when the opponent is playing poorly. And so it always feels really good to be playing your best and beat someone who's playing their best.
Ooh,
wow, and a slow left all over.
That's so mean. I hate that.
Okay, but Colin has said that. So the best in the world right now, Colin Cummings, 13 or 14-time world champ, they asked him what's the shot he does when it's like he's at 6 points, or maybe 6-6, and he says, I do an off speed, which means slightly slower, not like slow, but slightly slower. He goes, I do an off speed left wall over, because they are at such intensity, their heart rate's racing, they're going to overcorrect it, and it's going to slide into their goal. So, oh man, that was a fantastic shot, very dirty. We say dirty just because it's like losing to a fast shot, you're like, whatever, he did a good shot, it was fast. Losing to a slow shot just feels like you should have been there. It feels like you should have been able to block it. I don't know how many times that
it's
changed.
losing like the mental game almost with that little strategic shot. And, Nathan, I remember we went to the same showdown, and at that showdown, I lost probably like 4-6 games, and I was talking to Connor. So Connor's the ranked 2 player in the world and brother of Colin Cummings. And one of the things he said is there's a strategy involved in winning a game. At 6-6, a lot of players are amped up, and so it's those sort of off-speed shots that gets people jumping. Trying to hit it as fast as you can, like they're ready for that. And so if you hit it a little bit slower, they're expecting it to be fast, and so that's how they get out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. All right, we're going to get the players on the couch right now really quick. There's this one set that's been, if you look at the top of the screen, it's actually really tiny. Next to where it says sets, top left corner, Chance's already won 1 set. Emil will have to win 2 sets to take this match home. Actually, they can hear me right now. Hey, could you guys scooch a little bit more towards the center? I know, we got to put like spike pillows or something on the edge to keep people in the middle there. Okay, we got to unmute those guys because we don't hear them yet. There we go. Emil, Chance, how was the game?
Fun.
I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
Emil,
When you win, you usually enjoy things.
Oh,
that's fair.
That's obvious. That's obvious.
Okay, so Emil, I mean, don't give away strategy or anything, but actually, this is a good time to say, hey, Ray, Kat, what advice would you give to the players right now? That's something we love to do at the American Air Hockey League.
Oh,
that
please,
isn't
advise.
normal. It's not normal in the other air hockey realms, but we like to give advice live. Both players can hear it, so it's fair. So, like, what advice would you guys give to Emil? What advice would you guys give to Chance?
Yeah, so who do you want us to begin with? Because, I think Kat wrote down a little bit of a sticky note, but I've got a whole journal full of notes that they're going to need after watching, watching that. They can take this
journal
and take it back. But
a journal, dude, that's crazy. All right, well, flip a coin, pick your favorite. I don't know. Choose one. Nathan, pick one.
Yeah.
All right, Emil, Nathan says.
Yeah.
So Emil, it's good you're getting out there, getting to know the table, and a lot of times, Chance has been getting you with a lot of those straight shots, And so it's just, being brave to hold. He's moving the puck around. Like Chance, you're doing a great job of making it difficult to read where you're going to hit the shot from. And so it also, because you guys are hyped up, Emil, we can see your heart rate, buddy. You're in the, 150s, 160s, and at least, you're holding there. You're not at 3,000 like, Spec yesterday.
Yeah.
But, it's just even when your heart rate gets up there, remain focused, not too jumpy, sort of watch that puck. And if it's not going left or right, hold for that straight. And then, I think we talk about on offense is really just kind of 2 steps, set it up and then execute, because you've been practicing a lot. We know your shots are good. And so, trust yourself.
Fair.
Yeah, Emil, I like to push. I like to push for the over. But it looks like out in Idaho they are really good at also blocking the over. So yeah, shake up your shots some. I think that this has been really entertaining to watch, and I'm really liking the way that you both are playing right now. I saw you, Emil, doing that cross-cut combo. You were not kidding. You've gotten really good at that. So
Compared to where I was.
just keep going. Oh, what was that, Emil? I talked over you. My bad.
Oh, no. Compared to where I was, I couldn't hit those. I still feel like I'm missing them by 0.2 of a centimeter on the corners, and it's like,
Yeah.
But it happens,
In the chat, we got not Abby
Game of
FF saying.
millimeters.
We got Abby in the chat saying, "Hey guys, which game is this?" That was the end of the first set.
That was the end of the first set.
And this is best 2 out of 3 sets. So if Chance wins 1 more set, it's over. If Emil wins 2 sets, it's over. They're just doing a quick break right now between games. Emil, for you, what I would say is take your time on those shots, hit it hard and hit it fast. If you are off by just an inch, step towards that inch. If you're hitting too far to the left, actually step a inch to the left. That should help you out a little bit. But take your time. Chance likes to move a little bit too far forward, and he likes to leave himself open for a cut, especially if you move your body with the drift. If you move your body, he follows your body a little bit, and then you get that cut in there. Okay, guys.
Magnar Smornir. Hi. Nice to have you in the chat.
I know.
Oh, Lord.
Are you cutting that chicken with the sword? Nixon asks.
If I win it, yes, I will gladly cut the rotisserie chicken with the sword.
How good are you at Step Mania, Emil? Dead Spec asks.
Last I checked, I think I'm like 32 in the world and like 24 in the US at the moment on rankings. So that's my cardio.
I couldn't look away.
That's my
It
cardio.
was so good.
It's a fun game.
What were some pointers for me that I could have probably worked on in that game, or did you guys just write down only for Emil?
Oh no, we've got the sticky notes for you.
Oh boy, oh boy.
But
All right,
it's always really hard to critique someone who's playing really well, and when you're up 4 games to 0, a lot of the shots that you're hitting on offense, like we were saying, were really good the way that you're setting those up and then hitting those combos. The only thing on defense sometimes, those charges have cost you a couple points, and they've also won you a couple possessions, and so it's just continuing to be selective when you make those charges.
Yeah.
And then also sometimes, the chat even brought it up, when you were taking a second to focus on your shots, it was, you were finding a lot of success. And other times if you sped up a little bit too much, sometimes you would lose the puck. And so it's just, really maximizing every possession that you get and taking that time and focus and scoring. But otherwise, really everything looks good. It's just a couple of, possessions here or there that you're letting get away from you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Any questions in the chat? We'll give you guys about 20 more seconds because that's how long it takes to get a question into the chat once you send it.
I still got chance, but a good fight is always fun.
Yeah.
Fun fight.
I think my favorite was from it was a second ago from Nixon. He said, "Why the chicken cross the air hockey table?" He heard the ref was blowing fouls on the other side. I love it. Guys, thank you so much for your chats. We do see these live. Also, if you become a member, it's only $4.99, and I believe it's a monthly thing, and it will make your name light up with green, and everyone can see it. Also, you can do a super chat at the bottom of your screen there next to the chat. There's a little dollar symbol, and we would appreciate it. Yesterday, somebody donated $4.99 for a rotisserie chicken, and we delivered. So
We got the chicken.
yeah, Jack saying, where are y'all playing? This is currently in Idaho. However, there are games all over the U.S. We even have a guy coming down from Canada soon. But Emil's from Florida. There's games down there. There's games in North Carolina. There's games in Texas. If you want to know, type in !NC for North Carolina, and that will show you the events happening there. There's !TX you can do, and that will show you the games in Texas. IL, because there's games there. Try it out. There's a lot of states that don't have matches yet, and so if you're one of those states, start putting them on. Lastly, I'm actually going to pass it over to Ray to talk about the North Carolina State Tournament coming up. And while I do that, Chance and Emil, you guys can get ready for your next match.
All right.
Yeah, it's really exciting. We're going to be hosting a state tournament here in North Carolina. We've been doing it for 3 years or 2 years previously, so this will be our 3rd year. It's going to be June 20th through 22nd. And the exciting thing is, even though it's in North Carolina, this is open to everyone. So we hope everybody at the American Air Hockey League, they're able to come. A lot of the players in Texas will be here, a lot of players from Chicago. And so if anyone's interested in air hockey, if they're in North Carolina or they're close by, shoot us a message. We've got Instagram, North Carolina Air Hockey Players, a website. And that, thank you, Celestial, for showing, this is what happens if you do a super chat. It will, light up. We'll see it on commentary. It's really hard to, avoid, and we'll, shout it out. So, thank you for those $5, Celestial. But yeah, if anyone's in the area or interested in air hockey in North Carolina or surrounding states, shoot us a message. Find us on Facebook, Instagram. We have a website. We have an email. And if you do, !NC in the chat, that'll give you everything you need to connect with us. But I do think in the past 2 years we had, over 100 players. And so this spans from some of, the top ranked players in the world, as far as, I don't think Colin Cummings has made it out rank 1, but, Connor's been here 2 years. He's ranked number 2. Vince Saucedo won. Jacob Weissman won last year. He's ranked, he's a former world champion. But we are going to begin this second set, game number 1. Emil wins the first face-off, and he has the puck.
Oh, it looks like that was a right wall under attempt from Emil. Has he switched mallets? It looks like he is using a low top now. He was not using that in the first one. Oh, tough.
Yeah, I don't think so. And that's that transition period as you're switching mallets. It does feel a little different. The puck moves a little different. That's what you're looking for. But sometimes you do have those weird bounces that makes you score on yourself.
Emil tried to charge there. Celestial, I just want to personally say thank you so much from all of us at the American Air Hockey League for your donation of $4.99. That's awesome. We couldn't even buy a second rotisserie chicken with that bad boy. But to be very honest, to be really, really honest, guys, we had 1.2 million views, I believe a month or two ago. And the total that we get from YouTube is a very small amount. We got $30. If anyone's ever wanted to know what YouTube pays, I might get in trouble for saying this, but that's roughly what they pay for 1 million views. And the people that watch this watch an average of about 32 to 34 minutes, which is amazing, but that's what we get. So YouTube pays us $30 a month. We're doing this just for fun. We all have a blast. There's a lot of professional players in the world, but we all do it for fun. So your donations help out a ton. So Celestial, thank you so much.
I'm still thinking about that swap from high top to low top. For those of you in the chat who do not play, there are 2 different types of mallets, or like 2 different mallet shapes. One is like probably the typical one you'd see in a, ooh, wow, great cross from Chance. Sorry, I got distracted. One you'd probably see in like a typical arcade that kind of has like well, literally the high top. Typically people kind of hold it by there. They call it like the claw. And then there's a second shape, which Emil looks like he has swapped to. There's a low top where that is missing that kind of grippy part. I think a lot of people just play based on preference. I don't know. I always remember Emil playing with a low top. Wow, that was a great shot. There are drawbacks to both of them, but I think it's an interesting strategy to swap mid match like that.
3-3 now. Emil was saying right before this match started here, right before this game, he was like, I'm just not getting my cut in. And I said, you need to get that in there. You have to punch. Basically, if you are getting a shot blocked, if the opponent is blocking one of your shots, that means he's also purposefully opening up something else. right? He can't block the entire goal. The goals are too big for that. I don't know if anybody realizes that, but you cannot just pull the mallet all the way back and block the entire goal. It doesn't work that way. When you pull your mallet all the way back to the middle of the goal, both sides of your goal are open. And so, yeah, that was excellent. Look at Chance's thinking about this. He's seeing that he's playing a different Emil right now. I love it.
Yeah.
Emil's got an uphill battle, though. He would have to win this set and another set. It can be done, but it's not easy. Ooh, Chance is missing that shot and then loses possession because of it.
It looks like Nixon is in the chat. They are starting again. This is only game 1 of. Oh my gosh, that was such a good shot.
No,
Nick. Chance.
No, so yeah.
Down at that.
Nixon, you haven't missed much except for the fact that Emil is really kicking butt right now, but this is his second set. It's a little bit hard to see. Top of your screen, top left, you'll see a little dot there next to sets, meaning that Chance has won 1 set. So this is the start of the second set, 3-5. All Chance needs to do is win 4 games, and this whole thing's over. Emil will have to win 4, and then another 4 in the next set to take this thing home. He does want the rotisserie chicken, though.
And thanks, Danielle, in the chat. You know, the focus is still going to be on those Monday nights weeklies, but because Emil here is visiting from, you know, Florida, there's also going to be another player from North Carolina and a player who's coming from Canada, and so this is, you know, special week of air hockey, and so at the American Air Hockey League are trying to be streaming every day. And so if you're going to be looking here tonight, come here tomorrow, all on the weekend, and then there's going to be big matches. You know, Nathan, number 1 in the American Air Hockey League, is going to be defending against or challenging even one of the top, I think, 15 players in the world, Seth Garrett.
We had Chance just take a timeout. Ooh. That was not going to hit that. Oop. We'll get right there. We go. Our apologies. Now we got 4-6. Emil right about to take this win home. If he can just get 1 more point, this is the biggest part that's hard for a lot of players, is the closeout game, right? He's feeling a little bit confident. You can even see his heart rate was in the 150s last time. Now it's in the 130s right now for Emil, so he's calming down. But if he loses a little bit of intensity right now thinking he's won this, Chance could easily walk away with it. So now the question is, how good is Emil's closeout game? And you're right, we do not stream normally every week. Oh, he gets it. Look at him walk away from the table. Oh, he's so pumped right now. Yeah. Okay. Now we've got a game on our hands. I was worried that this was going to be a walk-away game. But Emil wins his first game in this match. It's now 1-0 in the second set. He is pretty pumped about it.
Yeah, and it's good to win that first game. You know, it's hard to stay energized and hard to stay focused if there is a long string of losses. But for him to come out, win that game, and win it, you know, confidently. You know, we had mentioned that it's tough to close games. I think it only took him, you know, 2 or 3 shots to find that cross there to win that game 7-4. And Nixon, also one quick clarification is a lot of times we do play just single sets here, and so they are playing again. This is going to be more sets. And then Nathan, I don't know if you want to respond to that. Celestial.
Whoa, we just got $50 from Celestial. You are amazing. I have not seen you in our chat before. We've been doing this for about 1 year solid now, but I am so grateful to you. Thank you so much. I don't even think those guys saw it yet. When they see that, it's like bright pink. You can see it right behind Emil right here. Bright pink. Thank you so much. Saying, y'all deserve this from Celestial. I appreciate you so much. Oh, look at that cut. Look at this guy. Okay, this is a different Emil that we're seeing entirely now. Chance now, seeing that he's now got an uphill battle. He thought he had this in the bag. The question is he able to match the intensity that Emil is now exerting?
Looks like I saw someone in the chat, Austin Jenkins. He's another one of our North Carolina players. Shout out to NC.
Yeah, so right before Celestial donated, Emil turned and looked at the screen. I don't know if you heard it. I heard it on my end, which means it was live, but it would be a little bit quiet. And Emil, what he said was he pointed to the screen and looked at Chance and said, that guy right there, he's the one who got me into air hockey. And so I figured it was Austin because I looked at the chat and seen that Austin saying that you got this, Emil. So Austin, it looks like Emil saying that you were the one that got you into air hockey.
Yeah, we mentioned he had friends that play Step Mania, and if you don't know, you know, Step Mania is basically like similar game to like Dance Dance Revolution or those games going off. And so Step Mania really tracks how you play, and so Austin plays, and he told Emil, he's like, hey, we've got these air hockey tournaments. Like, you're a competitive guy, you know, you're really good at, you know, learning patterns. And, you know, air hockey's a lot of patterns, and finding that cut there for like 2 times in a row. Oh, weird loss of mallet from Chance.
I know. We got Back in the chat, I'm so excited to see him. Space Invader from yesterday. We got Tony coming back in here Tony's saying so nerdy, but it's epic. Man, if you're not a little bit nerdy, then
We're
I feel bad
athletes,
for you.
man. We're jock. Come on.
Yeah,
I think you're a jock.
we're the perfect hybrid between nerdiness and being a jock. And I mean, people like, this isn't a sport. Okay, like I said 2 days ago, 195 heart rate from players. Right now, Chance does not know what to do. He's fighting an opponent that he was able to crush a second ago, and now is at 5-2.
Trading forehands.
That's crazy.
5-2 now. Jeez.
It can be really tough over the span of a match like this because players can change so much over the course of a match, and it looks like Emil is really dialed in here. That's why you cannot get frustrated, even when it's at a game point like this one. So let's see if Chance can pull it back.
Come on. Oh, no. Oh, no. Chance scores on himself. Oh, no one likes the end of the game like that. However, I think Emil had that game in the bag regardless. It's worse when it's like 6-6 and someone scores on himself. Okay, we got some chat flying in right now like crazy. You can see the chat in the background right here. We got Iron Deficiency Man saying, hey, Nathan, do you know when you're going to do another Overthrow the Pro in Logan, Utah? I don't, but a lot of people want me out over there already, and that arcade is so amazing over there. They treated me super well, so I would like to go out soon. I do not have it in my schedule. I'm going to be going to North Carolina in June for the North Carolina State Tournament, so that's my next big showing. However, I think this weekend we might be doing one in Idaho, an Overthrow the Pro, but not just me being the pro. We're gonna have out there, I think, like 6 of us. I'm thinking Seth Garrett. We're gonna have Chance, Anthony, Peter, Kai is gonna be out there. Hopefully we got a bunch of others popping out there to play. So we'll let people play against as many pros as they can to see if they can even beat one of us. Even one game to win $100. It'll be so fun. We're all saying 93% nerdy, 7% jockstrap. I like it.
Oh, it looks like Chance also just swapped to a low top. Wow, they are going from high to low top. Interesting.
He's not on a low top. He
not?
is. He is on a low top. The tape on his finger looked like it was a nub for a second there.
Oh yeah.
I saw the same thing. I was confused for a second.
Nixon asking,
No.
do they know they've been donated $50? I will say, when you've just lost a game, like a meal, like a whole match. Oh,
Oh wow.
himself.
Chance with 2 kind of quick own goals there.
He's flustered a little bit, I think.
Yeah,
and
they're
that
both
can
walking in.
be tough playing against Emil. I know he is a different player sometimes, so I think what's going to be really important for Chance is to really stop, take a step back, remember that he did win that first set, and that he can win this second one, but it will require him to play differently.
And one of the exciting things we can see actually is the first time that Chance's heart rate has gone above Emil's, and so it just shows, the pressure and the anxiety that players feel when they're losing does show in their heart rate. But
Right while under. It's funny because in the first set, Emil was hitting 150, so he's actually calmed down. Chance is the one who's now raising his intensity. Yeah, he's getting excited now. Oh man, we got World Talks in the chat saying hi. We got Celestial saying, I'm all for Chance, but Emil's locked in, so he needs to take a deep breath and focus. I Love Eggs saying hi. Rat saying they brought it up when it happened, talking about the $50 donation. It was amazing. We appreciate it so much. We got Beth in the chat. Beth Koopman saying hi. Guys, if you subscribe, please let us know. We got World Talk saying hi. Yeah, we got Lil Z Sports Network saying chi, which I think was hi with an accidental C button. We got Bendy Tendy saying hi. If you guys subscribe, please let us know. I'd love to shout you out. Double click the screen and it gives us a like. If you're liking what you're watching right now, I love Emil's comeback. I really hope that he wins this. It would be so fun for this to go to a third set. Oh, shoot. 3-6 now. No, 4-6. Instant comeback from Chance with a cut.
Let's see what Emil can do.
Texan asking, Texan-born asking, how many players are there tonight? Tonight is a very short night for you. Ooh, Chance. It was 6-3.
Come back in this game. Yeah, it was 4-0, Emil.
Can Chance actually pull off this win? We got Rat saying, I subscribed a moment ago. You lot made a sport I didn't know existed seem really cool. Rat, I wish that we really were the ones that, made this cool right away, but it's been around for 50 years. We are just the ones who made it more popular. But I appreciate you so much. We got Lil Z Sports saying, yes, and I just subbed. Never knew there was pro air hockey Oh, it's 6-6 now. What do they say in North Carolina? Show me. Let's see it. Oh, shoot. Oh. Chance gets back possession. He goes for that cross, goes for the cross again, goes for an off goal, loses possession. It's Emil's shot right now. Goes for the cross, loses possession, gets it back, and gets it with a forehand.
Celebration.
Watch this replay. Watch Emil walk off the table after the shot. He pulls it up, does a forehand under, and just watch him, just like, I mean, I don't know if you can hear it, but he said, "Come on." Oh man, I dig it. Look at the chat going wild. I wish I could read all the chats right now, but they're coming in too fast. Okay, Ray, I gotta know how you feeling about your North Carolina boy right now.
Oh, dude, feeling great, feeling excited. You know, Emil's hitting shots confidently, and that's where we talked about, right? You know, he practices all the time. And so even if he doesn't have a lot of training partners in Florida, he's still got a goal blocker, and he's able to work on his accuracy. And so we said, you know, take your time, set it up, execute, have confidence in your shot. Your arm has hit these shots so many times. Like, if you're feeling like you're missing, you know, shake it out, reset it, come back, trust yourself. And he's been doing that the last 3 games. That one was a, you know, fun closeout. Chance made a great run after being down 0-4, 6-3, tying it up at 6-6. And so he had to come up with something different. Both of them were trying to hit those straight shots, and they were just sitting on him, blocking him, trading blows. And so he hit him with that quick forehand shot that he might not have seen as before. And so it's really exciting to win those games and, you know, get that advantage at 3-0 this set.
I'm really pumped about this. 3-0. Okay, it's uncanny because yesterday, no, not yesterday, day before, there were 3 matches that we had, and all 3 of them were like one person got 3 games, and then the next person got 3 games. The very last game was sort of undecided on how they all went. But today it seems like it's happening again. I actually didn't expect this much of a comeback from Emil. I thought it was going to be kind of somewhat close. Ooh, in the poll right now, 52% chance for Emil now. It's just been back and forth in the polls. Usually the polls are kind of really heavy in one direction, so it seems like the fans don't quite know who's going to win this. Usually it's, you know, easily decided, very heavy, you know, 80%, 70%, but right now 53% on Emil only.
Yeah,
Celestial saying,
I knew. The fans really have, you know, they've responded to the players that are doing well.
We got the face-off right away. Chance with first blood. We got Rat asking, no sword. I don't know why they didn't grab the sword. You know what? It probably was. The players were probably like, hey, let's get serious for a second. Like, now it's real. We got Celestial saying, I knew when the lock-in happened it would be close. Bandy's saying, how did this become a sport? Been a sport for 50 years? It just hasn't been really popular.
Nice charge from Chance and the stuff.
I never charge because I can't reach things.
LJ in the chat, Smack, doing some trash talk, literally saying, you're trash, kid. LJ, that's why we do a segment called Overthrow the Pro, where we announce where we're going to be way ahead of time and let people get a chance to come out and see us. We've been to Utah, Oregon, California, Idaho, and so you get the chance to play us. If you beat us, you get $100. No one's done it yet, though, because it's actually a little bit harder than it looks. People say I could beat these guys, but when you don't have a table that you get to practice on all the time, and you don't have pros that you get to practice on all the time, and you've beaten only 2 or 3 of your friends, you might not be as good as you think you are. We have already 15,000 views tonight on this game. Average watch time of 27 minutes. If you're ever interested in the stats, I love to give out stats. I'm a stat guy. We got Emil down 2 points to 0. I take it back. 2 points to 1 now.
We got Mr. Cringe. Glad to see Emil back at the table in C. I don't know who you are, but yeah, in C.
Mr. Cringe. Oh. We got Chance being excited about that one.
Yeah, Chance playing very confidently, hitting good shots this game. Ooh, tough little flub-in own goal from Emil. I know we do like all of our chatters. Thank you for the chats. You know, Blue Fire 1234 asking for the shout out. You know, Lil Z Sports Network also asking for a little bit of shout out on some of the things that they do with, you know, commentary on Roblox. But we haven't looked, so, you know. But thank you everyone for the chats, everyone for the likes. If you're watching, if you could double tap the screen, right? That just shows the algorithm in YouTube that, you know, if you're enjoying it, you're liking it, adding comments, we will, you know, be shown to more people.
Completely agree. You guys just saying hi in the chat and saying something in chat, subscribing, liking. I didn't realize the effect that has, but it helps us so much. Emil, not happy about that shot right there. Pretty upset. He wants to win the rotisserie chicken as purchased by one of our fans yesterday. They donated $4.99 and said this is for a rotisserie chicken, so whoever wins gets to win it. So today, on that screen in the background there where it says AAHL, right below that is the rotisserie chicken for whoever wins this match. We get a little bit silly here, but at the same time, the gameplay is very serious. Commentary and everything else goofs around, but this is a very serious game. In fact, I want to point out that these players were both at, Chance was sitting at 100 beats per minute. Emil had brought us up to 150. He's already back there, and Chance was there a second ago at 150 as well. Right now, Chance's heart rate is slowing down because he thinks he's got this game in the bag, but now Emil's overtaken him heart rate-wise, so Emil could come back. We seem to find a trend. I don't think this has ever been tracked before in air hockey, but we're finding a trend that when people's heart rates are higher, they actually play better. It's like their adrenaline starts pumping, time slows down for them a bit, they can move a little bit faster than normal, and they usually take the W. We'll see how that goes in this case. Chance only needing 1 point to get the first game in the set. Emil has a huge uphill battle of having to get 5 points right now. Ooh. Diamond drift followed with a very fast cross. Look at this shot out of the drift. And just fires that cross in lightning speed, crushing that win. It's now 3-1. Bendy saying, who brings a chicken for an air hockey game? We do if you purchase it for us. Texas saying, that was pimp. We got Celestial saying, woo. We got Rat saying, that was a dank shot. I love these terms. I'm learning new terms as I read the chat right now. Chance pulling away. Celestial saying, we got Sam in the chat saying, is there a main national tournament for air hockey? Why, yes, there is. This August, late August, we have the World Tournament happening. And if you go to that, no matter what you get is your world rank. Let's just say 300 people play this year, and you lose every stinking game. Well, at least you're 300 best in the world. Chance's heart rate slowing down now after that game. He's thinking he's got a chance. Emil just needs to win one more to tie up these sets. I don't know if he's going to be able to pull it off if Chance is now coming back. Whoa, Celestial, don't break the bank. Sending another $10 saying that shot was nasty, bro. Celestial, thank you so much. Ooh, right away, Chance getting another shot on the board. Puck off the table, defense by Chance, meaning that he gets possession of the puck. Yeah, see, this is Chance giving the tap on the table, giving a thank you to Celestial, seeing that super chat there. Thank you so much for that. Stranger Things edit saying, how? Lucas saying, I'm using that move next time I play. Lucas, it takes a lot more than you think to practice that drift. I actually started filming myself when I was practicing doing the diamond drift, and it took me weeks before I could get it anywhere near even slightly proficient. We got Rio in the chat saying hi. We got Rat saying, hey. We got Nixon saying, Celestial just put more money on the table, Nathan. Look up the chat. Oh, I am, sir. I would not miss it. Look at that left wall off of a slice shot from Emil. Crazy. Chance now, 3-2, 4-2.
Yeah, and this is a big difference this game, for this set and last game. Chance has been playing with a lot of confidence. Emil hitting, a little bit with less energy, but he's able to get back in it. 4-3 is a very close game, especially with the puck. He's only 1 point away from tying it. Oh, and there it is, that weird, Chance blocked it, but it still sort of found its way in after bouncing off of the wall.
Ooh, then Chance loses possession of it. Oh, they got to sand it. Yep. So this happens often. A lot of people I've seen in the chat, they're like, hey, he's tampering with the puck. No, the puck has to float for it to be a game. And just then, they hit it so hard it chipped the puck and stopped floating because there was a chip on it that was like keeping it higher off the table so it wouldn't float. We got Sam in the chat saying, are there any colleges with air hockey? Also, is there an international tournament for air hockey? Yep, there's an international tournament, or international world tournament, yeah, happening this August. As far as colleges, lots of colleges have air hockey tables in them. I know for a fact, before passing away, George Anderson, one of my all-time favorite players, he donated one of his tables to the university in Oregon. I'm not sure which university it is. It's near Salem, but it's a small town with the beautiful waterfalls all around it. Or not near Salem, I'm sorry, near Portland. beautiful waterfalls in the area. There's so many colleges that have I donated a table recently to Boise State University, so they have a table there. Do they have teams that play air hockey there? Not yet. Bring it to your university. Let them know about this. Show them this. Let them bring it in, because these tables, be it expensive, don't take up anywhere near as much room as a football field do. Oh, Chance does a double wall on himself, giving Emil the extra edge point that he needed to take this game home. Oh, and then he gets the right wall over. 6-4. Is Emil going to pull off another win and close out this set? Chance has to get 2 more points to shut Emil down. Emil needs only 1 more point. Is this it right here? He sets it up. Does a tap. Goes for the right wall under. Oh, and scores on himself. 6-6.
But it's still 6-6.
Show me what's going to happen. Did I just hear timeout? No, it didn't. Oh, he gets it with the cross. Emil takes the set. Oh, dang it. That was close. Okay, guys, quickly, with the chat, start asking some questions. End it with a question mark or 2 so we can see it easily and read out your questions while the players are sitting there getting interviewed. They have 1 more set to go now. I actually thought Chance was going to pull off that game and win the rest of this. I actually didn't expect Emil to come back that fast after it was 4-4 during a timeout. Fantastic. Oh, man. Okay, so the players are going to be sitting over there in just 1 second right now. I hope I didn't miss anything in the chat. Did I miss anything in the chat? We got our Discord server up, so don't forget to take a look at that if any of you guys like Discord.
Celestial saying to Emil, don't give up.
Matt saying Chance needs a table donation. That's pretty funny. We actually just gave a table away to Noel, so Noel can start practicing. He's one of our players here. Chance not looking happy about that game. Getting the microphone on right now.
It goes from he won that first set 4-0, but right now they're tied 1 set each. They're going down to 1 set, and that's going to be whoever wins this next set wins that match.
Hey, Emil, I think they maybe want you over here.
Chance, don't forget to do
Emil, we want you over here in North Carolina.
Don't forget to do the what?
Chance, we want you too. Come on.
Chance, we want you to do the ceremonial scooch to the left. There you go. Scooch it in.
No,
I know it's weird in person, but on camera it looks we can see it better.
Sorry.
Hey, we've got a question in the chat right now from Rat saying these guys make it look easy. Is the diamond drift the most mechanical? What do you guys think about that, Emil? Chance?
Like, what do you mean? Like it has to be done this way.
Out of all the things that you learned to do on the table, was it one of the things that took you the longest? Ooh, Dead Spec, a super chat for $2. Nice. Thank you, Dead Spec, saying Chance table fun.
I wish I could get a table. Golly.
We were talking about donating tables to universities, and someone said that you need a table. It was pretty funny. So now Dead Spec is donated towards that.
Heck yeah.
$2 down, only $2,998 to go.
3,000.
Okay, I would say that the diamond drift is one of the most mechanical. I think it's one of the most fun things to do. It's like dribbling the puck. One time I was doing that on the table against a amateur player that was trying to beat me for $100, and her son started to yell and goes, "Hey, that's cheating! You can't do that! You can't do that! You're cheating!" And I had to stop him, like, "Wait, what? This isn't cheating?" And the kid said, "Yeah, you're doing intimidation. You're trying to scare my mom right now." I'm like, "No, buddy, it's like dribbling a basketball. It's like setting yourself up for a shot." It was pretty funny. He thought I was just trying to intimidate and scare his mom while playing while she was trying to get the $100.
What's the most tricky or hardest trick to master in air hockey? For a right-handed player, it is the forehand right wall. Just any forehand right wall. It's really hard to get down, get set right.
Emil and Chance, I don't know if you saw this while you were playing, but Celestial has donated a grand total of $55 so far. And Dead Spec has donated $2. I just wanted to point
thanks,
out.
Guys.
So she donates that. I don't know if Celestial. I shouldn't have said girl. I just see it in pink, and I just made assumptions. But Celestial donated $50, and then immediately was because they saw it, saw it in the background, and said, "Oh my goodness, I didn't realize they see this live. I hope this doesn't mess up their game." Did you guys see it while you were playing? I have to know.
I did. I'd seen it a while ago, and I was like, "Oh, $50, heck yeah, man!"
Did it mess up your game, or did it make you want to play better?
It was there. It was cool. It made me happy.
That's awesome.
Love it.
Emil, what's your thoughts of that? Like when you look up and see that people are watching, enjoying air hockey, and literally throwing money for no reason, even though, we're doing this regardless, but we appreciate it. But what's your thoughts of that? When you see people enjoying air hockey so much, they're willing just to throw donations at it.
I love it. I mean, this is definitely a sport unlike anything else I've ever played. And I've played a lot of sports, but the involvement and people seeing it and people being part of the community in their own way, whether they're joining, subscribing, donating, playing, telling people about it, just talking, hey, like, hey, I saw this, I didn't know that air hockey was so high end, like high intensity, because you don't always see that. And it makes me happy because I want to share it with the world, and I want people to find it because it's so great.
We have I have to make an apology. Celestial is a guy, bro, and I'm so sorry. Also, we got Pete Lippincott in the chat.
Hey,
he
Pete.
is a well-known air hockey player. He runs a tight ship in Texas.
Shout out to Houston.
Pete, check it out. Type in !TX and see what happens in the chat. It's pretty fun. It will show everybody the weekly tournaments that happen there. You can also do that with North Carolina and Idaho and Illinois. So shout out to Pete for jumping in the chat, being a standard, amazing air hockey pro near the very top, saying beat the pro. All right, guys, this is your chance. Throw some questions in the chat, and the players can read them off. Otherwise, we're going to let them go get ready for the last set. We got Jack saying, can we tell if they're lying by the beats per minute? There's only one way to find out. I love it. Let's ask some questions. Emil.
Yeah.
How badly do you want that rotisserie chicken?
Pretty bad. Pretty bad because my options are the chicken or the pizza.
I'm watching your BPM right now go up. I think that you're telling us a lie right now. I'm kidding. All right. All right.
You actually want the pizza, don't you?
Celestial Guy Bro saying, I wanted to donate more, but my bank flagged it. Yeah, bro, do not worry about it. I really appreciate you so much. Dude. Bobo back in the chat said, oh, because Bobo was like, what are you doing streaming on a Thursday? That's right, Bobo. We got some pros in town. One is already here. Emil sitting right over there. He is from Florida, but originally representing North Carolina. We have got another North Carolinian, one of the top players in the world, Seth Garrett, coming to town. He is not the top player, but one of. I think he's like top 20 at this point. He's fantastic.
All right. To answer Matt's question, I'm going to cut you off there. To answer Matt's question, he wants the rotisserie chicken dance for the BPMs.
Can you show us, Chance? Because you started a legacy.
Actually, you know what? If I win, I'll do the rotisserie chicken dance next to the rotisserie chicken. But if I lose, the rotisserie chicken dance dies here.
And I want to explain it really fast. So yesterday, Chance was being too cocky during a game and called a timeout just to dance. But his dance was so terrible. It was so bad. The fans started to mock him. And one of the fans said he looks like a rotisserie chicken in the microwave. And then another fan said, hey, later on they said, hey, what do the players win for winning these matches? And that same person said they win a rotisserie chicken. And then a second later, someone donated $4.99 and said, this is for the Costco rotisserie chicken. And then today, Emil goes and brings to the match a freaking rotisserie chicken. So I'm going to go grab it to show the camera while these guys answer some more questions.
Yeah.
And then Chance can do the stupid rotisserie. Chance,
That's
did you
if
know?
I win.
Did you ever think to yourself, did you ever wake up one morning and just think to yourself, you know what I want to be famous for in the world?
The rotisserie chicken dance.
The
No!
stupid dance.
But that's like the kid with the I like cone. It's got the juice. He didn't want to be famous,
Well,
and
I'll
then
see
he
if I
became
can
famous.
I can make a mashup to the original chicken dance, make it the rotisserie chicken dance for you. But then you got to dance to it and make it like 3 minute.
It's the rotisserie chicken.
And if it flies on the table, oh boy.
Oh, dude, I
There it
swear
is, chat.
didn't.
If you want it, is there a chicken emoji? Put that in the chat.
Oh my gosh.
There's a drumstick emoji. I know. Horizontal
Yeah,
spinning
whoever wants it
chicken.
needs to put that drumstick emoji in the chat.
What do you think I could have worked on in that game, guys, over in North Carolina?
I actually think we need to be popping into the next game here because our fans are going to start yelling at us. I will say for both of you, Chance, what you're doing at the very end there was working for you. You were getting cocky. You were letting him take some wins off of you. So just button down, focus on your cut. It was working for you. That cut out of the drift, your drift shots were working against him, but then you slow those down. Whereas Emil, you were buttoning down. Your overs were starting to really get Chance. Don't lose sight of that. Remember what you just did to win those games and duplicate it again. So guys, bounce out of here, jump back on the table. Good luck to you both.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say congrats to Emil, but well, that's what happened
we
there.
got the drumstick emojis in the chat from Celestial, from Charlie, from Kelly. We're all excited for that rotisserie chicken.
It's the funniest thing. I mean, Ray, I feel bad because you're like, I want to commentate this game, and my boy Emil's playing. Did you ever think you were gonna be commentating about a rotisserie chicken?
Oh, dude, I love chicken. Like I wish they put food on the line for me more often. Maybe I would do better.
The Kung Fu Panda style? Is that what this is? Is this Kung Fu Panda training? Celestial saying, Emil wins, I'll give 200 to charity of choice. Chance wins, I'll do the same. Man, you're just going to give 200 to charity regardless. That's what that means. Charity of choice. Okay, so we'll let them choose the charity if they win. Celestial, you're quite amazing, bro. Sam saying, how are you, the BPM, or how the BPM measured? I want you to look at Chance's arm. Let's see if I can switch the camera angle right here. Do you see that black armband? The white armband is because he has a disease, a rare disease that basically when he can overextend his elbows, he has fragile bones. Okay. On his left arm is a little black strap there. You're gonna see the same thing on Emil's upper left arm. It's a heart monitor, and it is tracking their heart rates. Great question, by the way. It's something new that we were experimenting with, and it's actually working out quite well. I don't mind it too much as long as it's not too tight on my arm, so I have to loosen it a bit. It's really hard to find that perfect medium of it being loose enough to not bother me, but also not be like falling off.
Yeah, I can't believe you're able to fit that on Spec. He's such a power lifter. His arms are so huge.
It's like it's game 1 of the next set, and it's already 1-1, and it just started.
It means it doesn't get any more tied than right now. Right now, whatever that means. I love Rat in the chat saying skadoosh from the Kung Fu Panda training. We are making them play for food at this point. No worky, no eaty, as my pastor used to say. We got instant shot is what Rat's saying. Celestial's saying big W to watch this no matter who wins. Celestial, this is one of our off-schedule streams. We normally have a much larger crew and a lot more games set up for you. I really hope that you watch on Monday. Monday's when we put all the money to work. Also, we've got some really fun games happening Saturday and Sunday morning. We've decided, since we've got so many people flying in to play, that we were just going to stream all week long and see if anybody really enjoys it at all. So the fact you're enjoying this, when this is a skeleton crew, I've got Ray and Kat doing remote commentary from North Carolina, taking out of their time to do this. I appreciate them so much. And Cruz, he's the man behind the curtain, the man, the myth, the legend running this. So this is being run with a few commentators, one dude behind a computer running everything, and our players.
Awesome mallet by Emil. That's tough.
Possession goes to Chance.
I just throw them out. Lately I've been throwing them out a lot. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe I'm just hitting harder and not doing a good job.
Charlie asking, what's their win in a row record? I'm not really quite sure if you mean games, sets, matches. However, Emil won a match yesterday, or a set yesterday, and he lost a match the day before. So Emil is kind of 1-for-1 at this point in Idaho, taking on the Idaho players for the American Air Hockey League. And this one's it's really too close to tell. He just lost to Anthony. Anthony is, so do you see number next to Chance's name? It says number 5 in a second when that replay goes away. You're going to see it say number 5 next to Chance and number 8 next to Emil. Emil's considered number 8 in the American Air Hockey League. He played against Anthony, who's number 4, and lost. So if he beats Chance, that will really put him way up there on the list, and it will kind of show that he's right there between them. If he loses to Chance, it does really mean that he is not as good as number 4, number 5 in the American Air Hockey League. Chance sets it up, a nice slow drift, gets possession back, went for the cut, sets it up again, goes for the cross, it's deflected. Goes for that tap on the left wall, gets it back. He's really taking his time. You've been seeing Chance do all these drifts. Ooh, gets a blazing fast right wall under to break the 4-4 tie-up. We got Robin Hood in the chat waving. We got Nading saying, whew. We got, I think I was supposed to say hi. We got Rat saying, I'll walk away for 20 seconds, and it's at 2-4. Dang! Noel saying, agreed. We got Celestial saying, skeleton crew or not, y'all are killing it. I appreciate you, and that's really because of people like Ray and Kat, Cruz, and the guys here playing, and all of you guys for supporting us. We would be nowhere without the fans cheering us on, giving us some support, and basically just sharing this with your friends.
It's such a dirty over.
Yeah, great right wall over from Emil, but Chance with the puck at 6-5 goes off the table. Emil has a chance to tie it up and go to 6-6 for the first game of the final set of this match.
Let's see it. Whenever it hits 6-6 in North Carolina, all the players yell, "Show me," out loud, and I never really understood it until we started doing it here, and I'm like, you know what? I love that. The only problem is that you guys have like a 1 second like delay because you're doing remote commentary, and so we always yell it at different times, and it's all awkward and hilarious.
Well, you know, in North Carolina, we don't all do it at the same time. We just kind of scream it out ourselves. But it's always been, you know, we've always had something, you know, at 6-6 where someone would say like, you know, like, let's get it on, or you know, get hype was a big one for a while, and now it's just show me, because, you know, we want to see it. What do you have at 6-6? Do or die, sudden death.
Oh.
There is no win by 2 in air hockey.
This is Chance's moment. He could take the first one. He does. Left wall under, taking that win, not letting it even get to 6-6 there. Chance putting his foot on Emil's neck and crushing it, as we like to say. When you're ahead, you cannot go weak. Oh, man.
There is. I see Sam talking in the chat. There's no punishment for hitting the puck off the table. There is actually. So if you notice on one of those goals. Chance hit it and it flew off the table. If you hit it, it's kind of complicated. Whoever had the last forward motion on the table and it hit the puck, it will be the other person's possession. So since Chance was the last one who hit it with that forward motion, it did go to Emil. So you cannot hit the puck off the table. I mean, you can, but you're just going to like lose possession all the time. So it's not encouraged, but sometimes it does just fly off the table.
Right, exactly. So basically, whoever was moving forward and touched the puck last, before it flew off the table, possession goes to the other person. And so someone will see that, like they just thought, what, there was no penalty? No, losing possession is a huge penalty. That's in like football, throwing an interception. That's the type of penalty it is. When it's 6-6, you want to have that puck in your possession. Ooh, Emil right off the break goes for the snap. Oh, and a Chance not letting him get to bask in the glory at all. Goes 1-1 now. Ooh, a right wall under. 0 defense this game. All offense.
I see Rat talking about, I was going to ask if there were ever a concern for safety goggles. As someone who's been hit in the face multiple times, there could probably be a case for it, because it does not feel good.
We got Carson saying, I didn't even know there was professional air hockey. Sam asking about that thing there. We got Bobo saying chicken dance. Brian asking any money on the line. Brian, this game is unique. I don't know if you can see it there underneath that screen that says AAHL. There's actually a rotisserie chicken. Long story. I already explained it. You should rewatch the stream because yesterday somebody donated $4.99 for a rotisserie chicken due to Chance's chicken dance that he did. That was awful. And so somebody donated for a chicken. So today they're actually playing for a rotisserie chicken on a platter, which is more important than money can even possibly buy. We got Gudge saying, uh-oh. We got Rat saying, it seems like losing possessions is essentially losing priority in fencing. We got Nick saying, doesn't Cat have a helmet for watching matches now?
Shout out to you, Nick. Nick is one of our NC players. And it is funny. I do seem to attract the puck when I'm watching matches. Oh, wow.
See, this is a great example. Yeah, exactly. Great example. Chance charged the puck because he hit it offensively, moving forward last. Emil gets possession, so Chance loses possession. And Emil will most likely get a point because of that. Ooh, Chance gains possession back. No, he loses it again. And that's what air hockey is at amateur levels. Ooh, and there it is. At amateur levels, air hockey, you'll see kids playing it. They just hit it and hit it and hit it. They don't ever stop it and control it. At professional levels, though, every shot matters so much. You're aiming your shot. You're trying to outwit your opponent. You're making your wrist look deceptive, like you're going to shoot it somewhere else. And just like in pool, if you hit the side of the puck, it will go a different direction than if you hit it dead on. So you make it look like the puck is going to go in one direction, and you slice the edge of the puck with your mallet, and it goes in a different direction. Oh, look at that. Emil on fire right now. Guys, if you want to help us out, if you appreciate the commentary and would like to help us, take a look at that banner in the background. It says connect with us at AAHLconnect@gmail.com. Let us know if you'd like to help us commentate. All you got to have is an internet connection and Discord and a little bit of hype. Ooh, left wall under. Look at Chance's face, just like, how did that even get in right now under his defense? 5-2.
I do want to see Emil. I do want to see Emil take this one. It will tie it up. Ooh, Lost a mallet by chance. For those of you in the chat, there are a few things that you cannot do in air hockey. One of them is if you ever relinquish your mallet like that, throw it at your opponent, perhaps. The possession will go to the other person. You also cannot put your mallet on top of the puck. That is called topping. It is not allowed. The possession will go to the other person. There's another thing called when you go over the center line. If the puck is fully on the other side of that center line in there. Oh, wow. That was a great shot by Emil. Okay, wait. Sorry. If it's over the...
Oh, no, go ahead. I'm just saying 6-2 right now. Emil is about to actually take this game to the bank. We got in the chat saying, who is the Cat? Cat is the commentator you were speaking right before I just did. Oh, there it is.
Oh, wow.
There's the game.
Right.
Absolutely love it. Check out this replay here. Emil pulls it back, goes for that drift, and then do you see that's the shot I'm talking about? He made it look like it was going to hit that right wall, or the further wall away, I guess you could say, but instead it went straight. That's because he sliced the edge of the puck with the mallet. Celestial said, Chance, lock in, brother. We got Noisy Alien saying, let's get some likes for the live. That means double tap the screen, guys. That's all it takes. If you double tap that screen right now, it does a lot more for us than you think with the YouTube algorithm. We got Sine in the chat. We got Rat in the chat saying that was extremely deceptive. I like what Jacob said. I don't know if it's sarcastic or not. Some people think it's sarcastic, but you can see by the heart rates, you can see by a lot of what the players are doing. He's saying, I can't imagine the training they put their bodies through for this. I do kick the ceilings, like I said earlier. It's kind of funny actually with the pull-up bar. I have to touch my feet to the ceiling. I do that a whole bunch to work my core and my arms for the game. We got Karsten saying, I love this. Pink Rabbit saying, who is running the replays? That's an awesome feature for the stream. Also, Cat seems very competitive. Cat actually just competed in the North Carolina Showdown. You can actually watch her play on YouTube on the North Carolina Air Hockey channel on YouTube.
You can see me lose a bunch in that one.
Hey, I saw you nearly beat the #1 in the state, Missy.
Well, he was really good at the tournament, but yeah, a lot of fun air hockey around, a lot of great players in NC, but looks like someone's asking, where is this match? This is out in Idaho. We have Emil from North Carolina and Chance out in Idaho. Really fun to see a lot of the different styles of air hockey across our nation.
Brian's asking, where is this match? This match is located in the studio in Idaho, near Boise. We got Celestial saying, oh, I thought it was over. Misread the score. No, it is 1-1 in the last set right now. First person to 3 more games wins this. Brian saying, are the rankings national? These rankings right here are rankings for the American Air Hockey League. However, they both also have national rankings. I would have to look those up, but they're very, very close. I believe they're both in the 80s in the world right now. I think we're looking those up for you right this second. Cool Cat saying, I'm about to bust. We got Brian in the chat with Nixon saying, Emil got that poultry on the brain. Cleaning off the table right now. It's actually pretty often when the puck gets a ding in it, it can leave marks, or the mallet will leave marks on the table. And you have to use rubbing alcohol, which is what you're seeing right there on the left-hand side, so that way it dries fast enough to not do any damage to the table. Chance in the world is ranked currently at 85, and this is for world rank as well. Emil's ranked 83. So if Chance wins this match, he goes up 2 ranks in the world. And if Emil wins this match, he goes up, ironically, he's going to be going up 3 ranks in the American Air Hockey League.
Wow, Emil is really locked in this last set. Or not
He was looking
yet.
for
Guys, I want that replay. It's only 4.
That's what happens when we miss one replay. He wanted to see if it was over the line. Chance getting a little bit upset right now with it being 4-1. I want to see the chicken dance. We got Emil setting up right now, hoping to close this game out 4-1. Emil setting it up, going for that cut and nailing it. Love that shot. Oh, there's a replay for him.
I'm seeing a bit of Chance pulling back on defense, which can be dangerous since Emil is really going for that cut a lot. So let's see if he is able to stay forward on that.
Ooh.
Yep, there it is.
6-2 now. Game point for Emil. I would judge Chance on his attitude, like I'm seeing Celestial say, like, whoa, Chance with the attitude, except I do it too. When I am playing and I'm heated and my heart rate is up, even just like one person walking by like too fast, like, you know, one of like the spectators walking by too fast. Ooh, there's game right there, winning it. Even somebody just walking by too fast, and I'll yell and be like, whoa, hey, don't distract me, right? Like, I get way too heated. When a lot is on the line with like your national rank and state rank and things of that nature, you can get a bit heated. So I'm gonna give Chance a smidge of grace on that. He's not looking very happy. Look at the chat in the background. It's kind of hard to see behind his butt there, but you can see the hearts flying up behind him. You can see the rotisserie chicken just waiting, slowly getting colder and colder as time goes on.
And I will say, this next game I think is the most important in any set, because if you have a situation like Emil has right now, where you are up 2 games to Chance's 1, you have the ability and the opportunity to bring it up to 3-1, which is more difficult for your opponent to come back from. However, if you are down 1 like Chance, if he wins this 4th game, he has the ability to tie it up, and then it's an even playing field. So this is, if you want to guarantee you're going to win any game in a set, obviously you always want to guarantee you're going to win the 7th, but if not the 7th, then guarantee that you're going to win the 4th. So really crucial game here.
We got, oh, where'd it go in the chat? I get it. There it is. We got Brian asking a good question. So do you think the #1 player in the world makes money or a career out of playing air hockey? Yes, the #1 player usually wins a few $1,000s at the World Tournament. However, is that the career of the #1 player? No, the #1 player, Colin Cummings, he's actually in the military. Right now, he is over in Hawaii on active duty, I believe. I don't know if that's active duty. I'm the worst when it comes to military quotes. Oh, right off the bat, Emil with a score there. Hunter in the chat saying, very nice. I had no idea this was a thing, but now I can't stop watching. Love you, bro. Thank you so much for watching. Double tap that screen for a like if you'd like to give us a little bit of a increase when it comes to YouTube's algorithm. Rat saying, get these boys some water. They have it in a, we actually provide that on site. There's actually tons of pizza on site. There's a mini fridge completely stocked full of water and soda. We treat the players here as good as we possibly can. Pink Rabbit saying, is there a common play style among the top ranked professionals? I would say no to that. I mean, there's a lot of things they have in common, I suppose, just in like making sure to stop the puck, aim it, hit it hard, drift, you know, play deceptively. But the players at the very top all have unique styles. If you were to blur them out and only show us the way the puck is moving on the table, we'd actually be able to tell you which player is by their style. Same here. If you were to right now not see the players, only see the puck moving, you would know that that was Chance on that side because he's the one doing the diamond drift a lot. Whereas Emil does that type of a drift where he does like a speed back drift and slow setup to the middle, right? Taps it, slow setup. So right now you're already seeing their different styles off the top, right? People have said, hey Nathan, if you did an overthrow the pro and somebody were to sneak in with like a mustache and a disguise, you wouldn't know they're pro, would you? And I said, no, I would know as soon as they touched the mallet to the puck, I would know if they're pro or not by how they deal with it. Look at this shot. Chance, not sure what to do anymore. He won the first set, thought he had this in a bag. Emil won 2 games already, and now it's already 3-0, and he's not sure what is going on.
It looks like in the chat we've got Raphael in the chat. He's a North Carolina 4, I believe.
Yeah,
there
what
he
up,
is.
Riff? Riff is also,
Yeah.
I've never told Riff this because I don't want it to go to his head, so don't tell him I said this or anything, but he's one of like the nicest guys in North Carolina, I think. Like he's super freaking nice. They're all nice there.
Us are all jerks, so it's a low bar to
The rest are
to beat.
jerks. No. Oh, okay. So right there, that's actually going to go, that puck should actually be going to Emil because, because Chance moved forward on that shot right there. I believe, unless it was off of a defensive mark. Nope, ref says that it's
no
Chance's.
charge called.
No charge. Oh, that's so good. Wow. It's a really crucial game. Let's see if Emil can pull forward.
Carson saying, is this a tournament bracket or what is the structure for games? This is a actual professional match between 2 pros, and whoever wins this, their ranks do go up, not only in the state, but also for the American Air Hockey League and in the world. So there's 3 different ranking systems kind of at play here. So yes, this is a professional match. It's just a much shorter match than some of the other professional matches. They usually go best 4 out of 7 sets. This is only best 2 out of 3 sets. So we like to do a little bit of a shorter match in the American Air Hockey League, so that way, you know, don't want people watching a 6-hour game, which has happened in many sets if they're close. Especially like this game here is getting pretty close, so it's going longer. So Sam asking, are there any movements to make air hockey become a career option through brand deals or tournament money? We're hoping to get there. If you know a business owner, let us know. We'd love to get some sponsorship. I do think it's going to happen very soon.
Emil just did something I like doing, where if someone is pushing forward a lot, like Chance seems to be doing, you slam a quick wall shot to punish them.
And look at that. You can see he's getting so irritated. We got this meat saying hi. We got BK Magic saying hi. The chat is blowing up right now. Celestial saying Chance seems to be playing hard on emotions. He needs to remember how he was feeling in the beginning. Right now, 3-6. Emil could win right now the 3rd game in the last set, and there it is. Wins the
Great cross drop from Emil.
only 1 game left. Chance is not feeling it right now. Oh man, guys, thank you so much for blowing the chat up right now. We appreciate it so much. Your chats are live. The players do see this live. I'll prove it right here. Take a look at this in the background. You can see the chat. We leave one of the screens up for the players, well, for you to see basically, but there's another larger screen that the players are looking at right now. See what Chance is looking at right there? He's looking at your guys' chats up on the wall there. We got Joshua saying, hey everybody. We got Rat saying tensions were high. We got Sam saying, are upsets common in air hockey? No offense to Chance. No, upsets, I mean, they call them upsets for a reason. No, they're not super duper common, but they do happen. Usually everybody cheers for the underdog. What's crazy about this game right here is that Chance is the underdog, technically. Actually, no, it's hard to say because these guys have never played each other. Emil's been trained by world professionals, whereas Chance has only been trained here at the American Air Hockey League, where we don't have as many pros present like they do in Texas or North Carolina or Florida, for the example, where Emil's coming from in this case. Here comes the set, and first possession goes to Chance. KS Swag saying hi.
Maybe touch his hand. Did it touch his hand or something?
It looks
Maybe
like
that's why.
It looks like it did. Chance gives up possession. They're standing.
Yeah,
the
that's
puck.
That's another thing for the chat. If you are not a player, you cannot touch the puck when it's in play with like your hand or anything, not your arm or whatever. That will transfer possession to the other person. So you really want to be careful with that. It's only supposed to be your mallet.
Ooh, look at that shot. Chance needs to change his defense. He needs to be able to block those shots. Ooh, gets a cross on Emil. Emil feeling really good right now. What's crazy is that both of their heart rates have actually slowed way down. Remember, Emil's was at the 150 mark and Chance was at the 140 mark, and right now, both of them are either getting tired out or they are putting all their focus into remaining calm and scoring these shots. Ooh, almost gets the right wall over. Chance not happy about that.
Noisy. Looks like Riff is saying Chance is a competitor. He has to stay in it mentally. Definitely. It's not over until the last puck scores.
So fast. Riff in the chat. We got BK Magic saying, don't let your emotions get you. Never seen a pro league for air hockey, but I'm loving this. Awesome. Thank you, BK Magic. Love it so much. Jacob saying, I love this game. BK saying, what a snipe. Sam saying, comeback time, Chance. Let's see it. Chance does have possession. He could come back from this. Does a double tap.
Riff is right. Emil is very good at adjusting based off of what he's seen from his opponents. So we have seen a lot of those adjustments throughout today. I also just noticed that Chance swapped back to that high top.
He did.
Yeah, and that's what he won the first set with. So, he's going back to it. This match has really been a matchup of energies. Chance played with a lot of energy in that first set and was able to win 4-0. Emil brought energy back in set 2 and was able to win that 4-1. And Emil, you can see even there with that goal, he's bouncing up and down. Chance is kind of hanging his head. Chance needs to get his energy back up, start playing with that confidence that he was playing with when he was winning. It looks like he's hitting these off goals to try to, figure out what's working. But even that shot didn't look like it was made with the intent to score. And that's something that we talk about a lot.
We got Rat and Chance saying, remember your training, Chance. We got Jacob saying, let him cook. We got Sam saying, what do you mean by high top? Like the type of mallet. Okay, so right now, I'll try to zoom in really fast to show you. That is a high top, what he's holding, the mallet, that nub on the top there. Ooh, gets scored on. Look at the mallet that Emil is using, though. It's called a low top. There's no nub on it. There is a difference. Some are better for defense, which is like the high top. The low tops are better for offense. You guys got that up close and personal
majority
shot of
of
that
the
score. Ooh, 3-5. Emil only 2 points away from shutting this entire match down after losing the first set 4-0, losing that first set, and then coming back winning the second set. Can he actually pull this off, or is Chance gonna shut this game down? Goes for the slow setup right while under, but retains possession. Sets it up again, and gets with the cross.
Wow.
Chance not flinching, but needed to. Chance now, it's at game point. No, Nate, it's match point right now. Chance going absolutely ballistic and then gets scored on, walking off the table. Game over, Chance. Somehow throwing this game away. Not happy about that. Emil has got to be happy. When they first sat down after the first set,
Nice touch.
you know, after we were asking how they felt about that game, and Chance said good, you know, and then Emil said, well, of course good because you won. Now Emil gets to have that same sentiment. They're going to be sitting down in just a second. Guys, this is live. Look at your chats right now. They're going to sit down and answer some of your questions. If you would like, throw some questions in the chat. Add some question marks after your question. I know that sounds silly, but like when we're quickly looking at a bunch of chat, it's easier to look for the question marks to see what's a question versus what's like a fun comment. Okay, so go ahead and throw some chat in there right now. Also, and this is not really to be a plug for money or anything, but if the chat's going too fast, if you do even throw $2 on it, it sticks there for a second and it's super bright, and so everyone can see it right off the bat. So that's one way to get their attention if you're really trying to get the players' attentions right now. But we got Rat in chat saying, wow. We got KS Swag saying, hi, me. We got Koa saying, I need to poop. We got Celestial saying, Emil, what charity would you like 200 to go to? My goodness, man. I hope you're serious about that. We got Savage saying hello. We got Sam saying GG's. We got Shadow saying something I can't read. We got Noisy saying the NC got a dub. I love it. NC now 2-1 versus the Idaho players. We're going to have them go and sit down right now. Check it out, guys. Hit some hearts on there. Double tap. Hey, one thing I've been noticing in the chat is we've got these fans that pop in and say, oh, I'm so glad I found this again. If you're having a hard time finding us, all you got to do is subscribe. Some people don't understand how to do that. I know that sounds like a silly thing, but it's really true. I had to help my mom with it the other day. She was like, hey, how do I subscribe to this? So to do that, you just click on our channel name, and you hit the button that says subscribe. And what that does, especially if you ring the notification bell, they say there's a little bell there, is you can tell YouTube to notify you when there's a game, where YouTube will actually give you a notification on your phone and say, hey, the American Air Hockey League is live right now. And or it'll say, hey, they already did a game. You can watch it, later if you didn't watch it. So if you're having trouble finding us, subscribe. If you subscribe, please let us know in the chat, and we'll give you a shout out right this second. Go ahead and subscribe. Take a second while the players are getting ready. Did you already let them know to pop in? Okay. Oh, we got Rat saying yes, it is live. I love it. People are like, wait, is it live? That's why we put the screen up. I wanted a way to prove beyond a doubt that this is live, and that was the best way to do it. We got Taj saying some stuff I don't know how to read. We got Joe saying, let's go. I'm hooked on this game at 76 years old. Joe, some of the best players are around that age, believe this or not. There are some. That's one of the best things about air hockey is it's not a sport that you only get to play for a few years while you're in your younger years in your prime. It's a sport that you can play all your life. It's so fantastic. Our youngest player in the Air Hockey League, the American Air Hockey League, is my daughter, and there's a player that's a year older, and he's 15 years old, and he's right now number 3 in the American Air Hockey League. He's got a table at both of his parents' houses, and so you can play as young as 13 years old and as old as you possibly can. We got Savage saying, can I play you in a game? Savage, yes you can. We're going to be at Jeremy's Arcade this Sunday in Nampa, Idaho. If you'd like to show up and play us, would love to play you. We got Joe saying, wow. We got Shadakia saying, bonk. We got everyone's testing it out right now. I should just go zoom in on that. The players are coming over right now. Ray, Kat, how you feeling about your boy from North Carolina right now and how he did?
I mean, feeling really good, as expected, right? Our North Carolina player is going to come out. I'm just kidding. But, really excited for him. He was really nervous really going in, and, having never played on the stream like this, having never played a full match here and never played Chance before. And so it's really exciting for him to get out there, experience new play styles, new table, completely different environment. And so really glad that he was able to have more than one set, right? If it was one set that, I think Chance, has been used to playing just single sets. And so he played incredibly well that first set. But Emil was able to sort of lock in and play with confidence. That's what we always talked about, is, keeping that energy up, playing with confidence, trusting in yourself.
And
so
some of the players are asking, or some of the fans are asking, hey, like, where can we play you guys? This is a great time to plug the North Carolina State tournament that's coming up. So guys, I'm going to be flying out to North Carolina to play in the North Carolina State Championship. We got Ray, he's going to be there. Kat is going to be there. Emil is going to be there. We got Seth Garrett is going to be there. A bunch of the North Carolina players, a lot of players from Texas are going to be flying out there. Take a look at this. It's June 20th through the 22nd. If you're watching this and this is the first time that you're finding out that air hockey is a pro sport, that means you're going to only have to pay $30 to play. That's it. $30 because you won't be a pro. It's going to be June 20th through the 22nd, like I said, at the Maywood Hall and Garden, 622 Maywood Avenue. That's in Raleigh, North Carolina. Okay? It's going to be a blast. I think these guys do have a cap on how many players are going to be in there, so you better sign up like right now. Actually, Ray, I haven't even signed up yet. I got my plane tickets, but I need to sign up. So if I don't get to sign up because it's already capped out, I'm going to be ticked.
Don't worry, we can always use more referees.
Yeah.
Celestial saying, also, since Emil won, I'm giving 100 to the AHL. So 100 for the stream and 200. Oh my gosh, Celestial, there's no way you are that amazing, but I appreciate you, man. I really, really, really do. So guys, see you in North Carolina. Even if you don't want to play and just want to go up and show up and watch. Ray, is that okay? I'm assuming so, but I shouldn't speak out of turn here. Is there enough room at the place to have some spectators?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And there's going to be seating set up, and there's a whole nice area outside also. So, if you don't want to play, if you just want to show up and watch, everyone's welcome. It's open. But, we really do encourage people to play, right? It would be just $30 if you've never played before. And that comes with a t-shirt, I believe. And so it's basically, maybe $20 for a t-shirt, $10 to play. I'm pretty sure everyone's guaranteed at minimum, 4 whole matches. And so that's a lot of games to be playing, even if you lose all of them. So, show up, play. If you're playing a game at the arcade, that's going to cost you $1 anyway. So it's worth it.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. We're doing the math right now to figure out the exact ranking that both Chance and Emil are going to have in the American Air Hockey League right now. I'm hearing it right now. Chance is
like
actually, because of the amount of points he had of Emil, he actually stays number 5, but Emil goes to 7? 6. He goes to 6th place, so Emil just ranked up because of the amount of points he got out of that win. He was not expected to win. We have the stats right now on it. The expectation odds on that due to the odds. Oops, scroll down so I can see it real quick, bud. Unscroll, just unzoom. There you go. So, click it. Just click it. There you go. The other way. Okay, well, it was like, there we go. It was 57% odds for Chance to win that game, and he ended up losing that game. Chance, you had him at the start. I know that you're probably bummed out. I have to ask, though, bro, what happened and how you feeling about that game?
I just gave up. I just gave up. Like, I don't know. I felt like I couldn't hit anything, so I was just like, whatever. This game's done. I'm tired. I don't want to do this anymore, and I just kind of got into my head.
Gotcha. Emil, after that first game, we said, how do you feel about that? And Chance was like, good. And you were like, well, of course you feel good. You won. How are you feeling right now, bro?
Good. I mean, good. I learn things. I don't, my own head is, did I learn something from every game I played, win or lose? So when you learn from every game and you improve even a little bit in something every game, if you have that mentality, I was feeling like Chance back in the day. I was overly competitive. And I realized it's so hard to get out of your own head when you feel like you're not succeeding on the short term. So I flipped my brain and said, forget that. I'm not going to get in my own head. People are going to have to beat me with their own skill. And it's a mental thing of like, if I can learn from losses and wins, I always win in my book. It's not so much about the short term, but what you're learning in the long term. And I'm grateful to be able to play with you guys. You guys are all champs in my book, one way or the other, because you guys all have heart, you have skill, and you're wanting to be better. And part of that comes with winning, but it can't be to that detrimental point where you're like, oh, I missed 3 shots.
There's some crazy stuff I gotta tell you about Emil. So Celestial, that awesome dude in the chat that donated a bunch, he said, hey, it's not letting me donate more because it's flagging his bank account because it's trying to pull too many times, right? Because he donated 3 times.
Right.
He said, I'm going to donate $200
Oh, wow.
to the charity of the winner's choice. So you won that. But then he said, I'm also going to donate $100 to the American Air Hockey League. So, Emil, I don't know if I want to put you on the spot. Maybe you have to think about it. But what charity can you think of that you would want him to donate $200 to?
I kind of want to leave it up to you guys and to choose that, and any charities that you guys are working with specifically, because you guys are so gracious to invite me to play. I really kind of want to leave that up to you guys as a,
It's so hard. Make-A-Wish Foundation's fantastic. There's so many other ones that are so.
That's a beautiful one.
The American Cancer Association. There's a few that. Yeah, St. Luke's. Oh, that's a local one, isn't it? St. Luke's and St. Alphonsus, local, and that's gonna be so hard. And so I'm just gonna to put it to rest. I'll say we'll say the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yeah.
I think that I've seen some stuff on there that I really like what they're doing there, and I don't know. I haven't done a lot of research into my charity, so who knows really what's behind the scenes. But okay, guys, your chats are live right now. This is the time to throw questions in the chat. Add some question marks at the end of it so these guys can read it live right now. I see somebody saying, "Man, he went Super Saiyan." They're talking about you, Emil, because at the start you're wearing your shirt and you dude. Chance had you 4-0, dead to rights. Second match was a lot closer. In that third set, you finally showed up, and Chance, he was trying to block those unders the overs that you were throwing at him, and he wasn't flinching, and you were reading that pretty well. So I like that, Raphael, or Riff, as we call him in North Carolina. I don't know. Did you know that your buddy Riff is watching?
Where's Riff?
Look at the top of the screen there. Oh, maybe it might be gone now. I think it's gone now. It was
What's
at the
up,
top.
Riff?
Yeah. So we got Noel saying great job. We got Celestial saying both players were amazing. Doctors Without Borders is what Gregory is saying. We got Celestial saying, man, Make-A-Wish is great. We really appreciate you, Celestial. Honestly, Jennifer saying something. I don't even know what is that.
Sam had a question about elements that helped me win. In short, I was going through the same thing that kind of talked shortly with Chance about it, that he was going through toward the end. When I got 4-0'd, I was like, oh my goodness, I can't hit things. I'm off by a centimeter, 2 centimeters. I feel off. So what can I do? Instead of trying to go adjust to weird shots that I'm not comfortable with, I was like, how can I just go on defense and make him feel like he can't score until I can get my shot back? I guess that was the only thing that I adjusted.
But Pink Rabbit in the chat saying, Emil, was there a particular point where you felt that the tide was turning in your favor?
Honestly, even I want to say only into the third set. The second set was very, very, very close, but I will say I've been in that situation. Anybody who's been in that 6-6 situation and losing 7-6s are kind of in the back of your head annoying, and it's hard to get out of those. And those 7-6s came my way, luckily, in the second set. But he was fighting hard. I felt bad because I feel like Chance hit his finger, and that's also very, very hard to overcome mentally when you're going through a pain like that for the rest of your game, especially with the hand that you hit with.
We got Rat saying, I'd like to learn more about air hockey. Do either of you have personal YouTube channels? I don't believe they do, but Colin Cummings has a few training tutorials. We have a few training tutorials on the American Air Hockey League. You can just take a look at our videos that we have instead of the live. We've got
and then also I know Justin Flores Air Hockey also has a couple tutorials on how to beat your friends.
Yeah.
Right. We also have KS Swag saying, does air hockey take a lot of practice to master? I definitely think the answer to that's yes, definitely. And the reason I say that is because people are like, oh, I could totally beat you guys, but they don't, unless they have tons of practice. And it's proven. We do live streams all the time where we go out to the public and any rando play against us for money if they win, and they don't because they don't have the practice. Mopor saying, are you associated with the Photon Air Hockey League, sir? We are connected with them. In fact, they are doing a live stream right this second. You should go check it out. They are amazing guys over there. I know the players that run it. They're pro players as well. Sammy Mora is an awesome friend of mine. I love those guys a ton. We are in cahoots. Let's put it that way. We are not. Yeah. So I definitely say we're associated with them. However, we've yet to do commentary for them, and they've yet to do it for us. But I asked them recently. So Sammy, if you happen to be watching ours, which he's not right now because he's doing his own, he should do commentary for us. We'd love it. So we'd love to be more connected with the Photon Air Hockey League. I did reach out to them earlier to connect, and so we like to pop into each other's chats sometimes just to give each other support. All right. Let's see some questions in chat. Celestial saying, so can I donate to a specific area on Make-A-Wish? Any preference? Let's go Idaho. That would be awesome. Specifically the Boise area, Nampa area in Idaho. All right. Emil, Chance, what else do you have to say about that game? And then I think what's coming up next, if Spec is willing to take me on again because I lost him the other day, I want a rematch very badly. Very badly. So I'm going to challenge Spec right now so you guys can watch the number 1 in the
What if
American Air
Spec
Hockey League go
says
against
no,
the number 2
dog?
in the American Air Hockey League if you guys would like to see that game. So, Chance, Emil, what else about that game, and what other questions can you answer in the chat?
I don't know. I feel like I kind of gave out like partway through it, and I really shouldn't have. That defense was you had a really solid defense, and that's one thing that gets me every time is if somebody has like a really good defense, all I want is 1 point, and then I'll just call it there. I don't know why I do that. It's bad. I shouldn't. I should try and just go for the win, but it's.
Chance had some solid. You guys saw it. Solid shots, and sometimes it's really, really hard to read. But again, it's a very physical game, but it's also a very mental game. So gotta stay strong, and that's one of my favorite things of helping each other constantly. Stay in it. Try to stay in. As his opponent, I couldn't. Although in my head I was going, please give it your all. Don't do it, because I've been there, and it's hard. It's hard to get out of it. You got to work on it.
I do actually do like weird, believe it or not, I do weird breathing exercises while I play. I should have like resorted back to that, because then I just started breathing out of tempo. I have this full like how I breathe in tempo, all that fun stuff. I shouldn't have gotten away from it. Thank you, Celestial. I'll probably look back to that and make sure.
You got to show me those. I'd like to learn some breathing exercises. Would be really good. All right.
No, definitely. How long have you been playing, Emil? I think we had this answered yesterday.
I started. Yeah, it was December 2023, so a year and 4 months.
Dude.
But
believe it or not, I've only been playing for like maybe 8, 9-ish months.
Yeah. You're solid.
Guys, is your chance. Ask the questions. Last chance for questions for these guys before we go to the next match.
No, I'm not going to be the last chance. No.
Last chance.
No. Nathan, no.
Last chance.
Do I get the chicken? Do I get the chicken?
Oh my gosh, we forgot to give you the chicken.
Because it's been staring at me since the third set.
And then Chance has to do the chicken dance for losing. Is that how that works? Or
No, I said win. If I win,
But you're tired now.
Okay, he's too tired to do the chicken dance. All right.
Have you ever played
I'm gonna go present.
match?
I'm gonna go out there and present him with the chicken.
Do it.
Here we go. And then I'm gonna get ready for my game with Spec here in a second. We call him Spec, but
He's
Peter
getting
Kai.
ready. He's getting ready.
All right, yeah, so we have Nathan presenting to Emil the rotisserie chicken that was paid for by one of the viewers using their super chat yesterday. This is the dinner that was provided. He said if he did not win, he was not eating dinner tonight. So with that win, Emil earned dinner. And can we see more of those chicken emojis in the chat? A little drumstick. Anybody else interested? Who wants to join? Oh, I thought Emil was going to bring that closer to the camera and give us the close-up, but instead we get this great view of Spec. Spec getting ready to play Nathan. You know, Peter or Spec still number 2 in the American Air Hockey League after beating Nathan earlier this week. But if he wins again, I know Nathan said that it was such a big switch and he lost so many points to Spec after Spec beat him. You know, there's a good chance that Spec can close that gap if he wins again today. Kat, do you have any thoughts around how this match might go?
You know, I've only watched Spec play maybe once or twice. So truthfully, I'm excited to watch again so I can get a better idea of his game. If he has beaten Nathan recently, though, I have no doubt that he can do it again because that really will take a lot. I do notice is he playing with a low top, or am I seeing this wrong?
Yes, so Spec has a custom mallet that he made. I think it was out of a full block. I forget what kind of plastic it is, but it was machined out. And so it is a high top, but it's made out of his own like special mallet. I think he was asking anybody, you know, if anybody wanted one, it'd be, you know, like $300.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I know that, you know, he really loves that mallet, and it's been, you know, doing really well for him.
I see Steven and Greg talking in the chat. I'm actually really excited. I get to play Greg in a match really soon this weekend, so maybe we'll I see Steven talking about a right wall under, blew your eyebrows clean off. I love that. Wow, and it looks like Riff's talking about great release on that left wall over. Left wall overs. It's such a good shot. Let's see if he can pull some of those up.
And just real quick, we do want to say, thank you so much to Celestial. You do have a good night also. Nathan, one of the guys that's been on commentary a lot tonight over in the white jerseys who we were talking to. So, thank you so much for your donations, for joining, for all of your chats tonight, Celestial, and hope you have a good night also. And then Native Soul's asking, like, what is this game? This is air hockey. It's often seen, as a child in Chuck E. Cheese or, at an arcade. But, we really do play competitively. These players are ranks 1 and 2 for the American Air Hockey League. And so they're going to be playing one set. So this set's going to be a max of 7 games. Whoever gets to 4 first. So it might just be 4 games if one of them goes on a tear. Last time they played was earlier this week, and Nathan won the first 3 games. He was saying he felt like nothing could go wrong. And all of a sudden, Spec came back. They did have heart rate monitors for that match, and we were seeing that, Spec was in the 190s, Nathan in the 180s. So both of them were incredibly intense. You see Nathan's doing this jump up and down. He's actually trying to get his heart rate up as they get started. This will be game number 1. Do you have any predictions, Kat?
If Spec was able to do it really recently, I bet he can do it again. However, I think I know a little more about Nathan's game, just because I've seen him play more, so it's a little bit hard for me to say. I would really, really like to see, I'm a sucker for an underdog story, so I would like to see another win by Spec, but maybe Nathan can avenge himself. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. Nathan played earlier tonight, actually. I think it was against, was it Anthony?
Yes.
And so he won 4 games to 0, and they were quite ruthless. Ruthless Real Estate, one of the sponsors for the American Air Hockey League. We see the players are putting on their heart rate monitors, and so if you see on their arms, both of them on their left arms, they've got that black armband, so that's going to be tracking their heart rates. If you look under their names, that's going to pop up in the middle of the match. We see Rafael Portillo in the chat projecting that he thinks Nathan will win 4-2. It doesn't look like we have a poll in the chat to decide, but if anyone else has any other predictions, what do they think?
Looks like Riff is in there again. If Spec can find his overs, I can see Spec 4-1. Interesting. Let's see. It's already started.
Yeah, we have KS Swag YT saying hi. Hi to you. And this is going to be a crazy match. Yeah. I'm really excited to watch it, Rat. So the last 2 players were both pros. They played a 2 out of 3 set match. These players are actually ranked higher than them, and so they're only playing 1 set, so it could be as short as 4 games.
That was a great left wall block by Spec there. Looks like Greg's one time Emil reversed cross on me. Oh, Greg, that's really funny. Yeah, Emil has been really working those crosses, and he's really improved a lot. So shout out Emil.
I'm here.
Yeah, we want to say hi to Leighton. We want to say hi to Kingman. We want to say, Alyssa, thank you for the $2. They're saying fire. This is fire. This is really exciting. It's something that we love. Anthony, the Amico saying, can't believe it's a thing. Yeah, it has been a thing for the past 50 years, but, it's finally getting onto YouTube, finally getting onto the live stream. And so we wanted to bring it to everyone. Spec goes up, or, Peter Kai over on the right. He's the player. It says Peter C. He goes by Spec. You'll actually see that on his jersey. He's going up to a big lead here. He's already got 4-2.
It's really great to see. It looks like their heart rates, if you see anyone new in the chat, that black band around their arm, it is tracking their heart rates, and it looks like it's already jumped way up first game in, and I think Spec's already reached 160. Wow, look at that one. 163. It's already very, very intense. I think Spec is doing a really good job defending I really like that mallet of his. I'm gonna have to talk to him about that. That looks really cool.
Yeah, mallet acts just like Steven has said. Yeah, both players, I think, like, intentionally are getting their heart rate up really high, and it's allowing them to play so quickly. It's helping them, keep up with the pace of the puck because the pucks can go super fast. Yeah, and Gregory, yes, so if you look on their left arms, they have that as heart rate monitors, and so that's something that they wanted to add to show people how intense it is. Because it looks like players, they're just standing in the same spot. Like, how could it be called a sport? But, you can see that just the intensity of it. They're now tied 4-4, that the players' heart rates really are jumping up into, those, intense levels of competition.
I think that Nathan just called a timeout. I think that around the 4th and 5th point is when my heart really starts to race, so we might see another jump in that.
Yeah, and what's that emoji from Alyss? Once again, thank you for, that donation saying fire. We love, your Pichu, profile picture.
I think that emoji is a cat in a box. I love that. I have my cat with me right now. She is not in a box. She is just on my lap.
Yeah, and that's a cat on a cat because that's cat talking.
Wow, that's such a funny joke. I've never heard that one ever.
Yeah, but players get back in, so timeouts are only 10 seconds in air hockey. Each player will get one, so per game. So Nathan's used his, Spec hasn't yet, but Nathan has the puck and he's just playing incredibly fast. Ooh, Spec almost lost it.
Oh,
and
he
then
does. Oh, tough. Possession is the name of the game for these two players, I think. Oh, what a good cut. That was so good. Imagine they both played with their offhand. It is very fun to play with your offhand because it's a less serious game, and surprisingly, sometimes you can hit shots that you wouldn't have expected.
Yeah, Rexy's saying it's a unique sport and genuinely interested in watching, and this is a great match to watch. These are the two top players in the American Air Hockey League. They both play incredibly fast, but if you want to see one of the top players in the world, I think he finished top 15 at last year's World Tournament. He is going to be there in Idaho at the studio later this week.
Unfortunate self-score, unforced.
Yeah, unforced from Spec. Nathan's able to get to 5-6. Peter now with the shot goes for a left wall, no good.
Wow. Let's see if Spec can close this one out.
Almost scores on himself.
Oh, it looks like a cross attempt.
Underscore 19 there asking. Oh, there it is. The final shot from Peter Kai to win. Was that a cut?
That was a cut.
It did look like a cut. And here's the replay for everyone interested. And so what you see there, Nathan, initially holds, but he pulls back and opens up that lane so that Peter can score. We got Sarah in the chat saying, "Go Air Hockey."
Yeah, shout out to you, Sarah. We love you. Looks like, Ray, you were talking earlier about underscore 19. Can you play 2-on-2 air hockey? Is that a thing? It is a thing. It is called doubles. You start with one player on the table. If you get scored on, you swap to the other player. You're good at doubles.
Oh yeah, no, I love doubles. I love playing. Now it is, like Kat was just saying, a little bit more of a tag team than doubles, so people aren't playing at the same time, but if you get scored on, you sort of switch. I really like getting scored on and going, "Please, teammate, help! I need you." But, Rafael Portillo is saying Spec straights are solid. He's hitting really good straights. Won him that game. He's up 1-0. They are only playing one set. We have Michael Alvarado saying, Peter's going to win this again. Back to back. That would be, really convincing if Spec can win 2 matches in a row.
I think if I were Spec, I see Nathan really far up on the table a lot. But then again, at the same time, good cut by Nathan. At the same time, Spec has really had some success on those cuts, and because he's threatening the cross as well. And you really can't block both of those at the same time if they're really, really accurate. So maybe he would have some success with some wall shots. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, and so we see both heart rates are nearing 160. Nathan's actually sort of slowed the puck down. Oh, but a great right wall under from Spec from the top left of center key. Really catches him off guard. That's sort of what you were saying, Kat, that Nathan's playing too far up. So he leaves himself vulnerable to that.
Ooh. It looks like Cody in the chat didn't know that there was professional air hockey. There is. It is totally different than whatever you think about if you're playing it like an arcade or something. A completely different game and takes a lot of practice to be really, really good. So we're glad you're here. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, and Danielle's clearly watched before. She knows that when these players get completely serious, their bandanas come out, their whole new persona, and they play intense. Right now, we're, I say only seeing them in the 170, only 60. But once the bandanas come out, their heart rates get up close to 200, the danger level.
I think we just saw some back-to-back overs. One from Nathan, one from Spec there. I think that Riff was earlier talking about in the chat. If Spec can find that over, he will have a much better chance of winning. So, because that is a tough shot to block.
Yeah, and we do want to pull out. There is that poll. So if you've not voted yet in the poll, who do you think will win? Nathan still has 54% as the chat vote, but Spec won that first game. Nathan is number one, but can Spec, take this?
That was a really great. Was that a cross? Yeah, it looked like a cross. A good shot. A nice little left wall attempt from Spec. I wonder how it feels playing with that mallet. I'm really, really interested in that now.
Yeah, I think he's great to talk about it. He also had some videos that he shared what it looks like. I think he had mentioned that it is really solid, but it is a little bit more bouncy, and so he's able to it takes a lot to control, and he's able to do it. But we got Gregory in the chat saying this is wild. Cody saying that it's really cool that they show their heart rate, and yeah, that was one of those things that they wanted to show how intense it is. Is there a qualifier for the tourneys? No, so right now this isn't a qualifier for a tourney, but there are other kind of tournaments throughout the country. So if you want to check your state or any other states that exist, you can type in like !NC. So our commentary team's from North Carolina tonight, and so we do have an NC tournament coming up. If you want those details, type it in. And so NC is there, !TX. If your state doesn't have anything, then you could start it and you can reach out, and we would love to help.
Yeah. Oh wow, look, it's Spec might be coming back 3-5 on this one. Let's see. If he can take this next point, 4-5 feels much more manageable than 3-5, but 3-6 feels terrible. So this next point, I think will be really huge.
Yeah, 3-6 is tough if he gets down to it. If he can get 4-5, that's really close. It's really good to keep them at 5, because once they get to 6, that is that sort of like sudden death type feeling.
Feels bad.
But one of the things that I like to tell myself that whenever I get down is, I start to think, oh man, ooh, great, looks like a double bank or sort of a weird flub there to score for Peter. But I do like to say that, if I'm down, they're going to be so mad when I come back and win. And that, maybe I'm a hater, but that like really motivates me to make people mad that I come back and win. And so I like to really dial in. And yes, so the score does go to 7. So each game, and it's tied 5-5, the American Air Hockey League point of criticality.
It looks like 5-6. Let's see if Spec can tie it up. 6-6.
Wow, right wall over for Spec. Shot! 6-6. What shot does he have? He hits an off goal. He's going for a little triangle off the left wall drift. We've got some show-me's in the chat. He goes for a cut, goes for a right wall under. No good. Stray shot blocked by Spec. Going with the reverse diamond into a push drift. Cross shot blocked. Goes quick. The puck is flying around, but Peter gets it. Goes for a cut. What is he setting up here? Cross shot! Great shot to win. 7-6. Peter Kai, and he goes up 2-0. They're only playing one set. He only needs 2 more points to win.
I saw some people in the chat talking about how they have just discovered it. I think someone named Jack said that. Jack, we're glad that you came to watch. You are watching a really, really great set right now between 2 really fantastic players. So yeah, shout out to anyone joining for the first time. This is a lot of fun. That was a really insane final points.
And Cody's talking about how Spec had great defense. He did. Danielle telling them all it's well played.
How does he win the whole game from Tyler? So we are doing what is called a set right now. And that is just best out of 7 games. So whoever gets the 4 games first wins. So for Spec, for Peter, that will be 2 more games. And Nathan still has the opportunity to bring it back and win 4 games. Whoever gets there first.
Yeah, and they're about to begin game number 3, so we go like, oh! All right, Spec won, but we do want to say, as this game starts, hi to everyone in the chat. If you subbed, like, let us know. We see Chris Myers says hi. Klein's asking, says, what's 2-touch? I'm not sure.
Oh, they're talking about the different forms of air hockey. Someone was like, are there other formats other than singles or doubles? And we do this one kind of for fun sometimes. That's, we call it, like, we do it sometimes at the tournaments in NC, 2-touch. You can only touch the puck with your mallet 2 times, because if you'll notice, before you shoot, you don't have to shoot immediately. You can kind of move it around and hit it a bunch, kind of like what Nathan's doing right now. Ooh, great right wall over there. But 2-touch is like you hit it once and then you just gotta immediately hit it again. And was that another right wall over?
Yeah, it looked like it was right wall over. It might have gone under from Nathan holding there. We see Dawson asking about the other hosts. You're talking about the other commentators. So, both Seth and Caleb, both Seth and Caleb are actually going to be on site. Normally, they're from different states, and their commentary is from, remote locations, but they're actually going to be going to Idaho, and you're going to be able to see them play each other, and they're going to actually have mics on during that. They're going to do commentary during their own match, but because they're still, traveling, right now we've got myself, Ray, and Kat from North Carolina filling in. Nathan Buss also does a lot of the commentary. He's in the left in the white jersey. But, we're excited to be here, excited to be filling in. And, hopefully you're asking because you love the other commentators. And, we love them too. So, you'll be able to see them play in person for once.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that one. That's going to be fun. Oh, wow. It has been at 2-1 for a hot minute here.
Yeah, they're really dialing in, talking about this diamond hands, probably a Minecraft reference, of course.
It's a diamond drift.
Diamond drift, diamond hands. Could be about investing, but, they do have great defense this game.
Yeah, this is really tightly matched, and I think it's going to be interesting. Let's see if Nathan can take this next one. I've seen some left wall attempts. Left walls can be super effective, but sometimes it's hard to hit them.
Ooh, good question. We're saying Nathan's #1 and Peter Kai Spec's #2 in the American Air Hockey League. Who's #3? I think the #3 is Josiah. He's one of the young up-and-comers, plays with a left hand. He also has a custom 3D printed mallet, so it's really exciting. After all that defense, Nathan goes with the right wall over, goes up 3-2. Spec takes it out, immediately scores a straight shot. So now we're at 3-3. This game is to 7 points. And a right wall over from Nathan means 3 shots in a row have scored. He's up 4-3.
And it looks like Cody is talking in the chat. Guy in white looks more... He is a little more quick with the puck, I think. Plays a little faster. Does do more of that drifting. And this is one of the cool things about air hockey. I said it earlier, I'll say it again. There are so many ways to be good, and there's so many styles. And it looks like Spec is being a bit more deliberate with the setups, while Nathan is playing with a little bit more speed. So, both really great ways to play. I don't think there's necessarily a better way to play, just different. Wow, that was such a good shot. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, good right wall over from Spec to tie it 4-4. We do see, people in the chat talking about how Nathan would be a lot better if he'd control his anger. And I do know that he gets his heart rate up intentionally because he likes to play intense. But I have seen him play before, and I agree that when he is controlled, that controlled power helps him be incredibly accurate and incredibly difficult to even keep up with. And Riff, I think there in the chat, was talking about how he has to focus on being more patient, and so taking those opportunities. But Spec up now 5-4, and he's up 2 games already this set. But
It'll be important for Nathan to take this one. I see someone talking about, is this a men's only league? It is not. I think there are just more men who play air hockey, but we have so many fantastic female players. I only really know the ones in NC right now. Sarah is one of them. Shout out to you, Sarah. Sarah is the top ranked female player in NC, and she is so good. But we got others. We got Taylor, we got Amber, we got Allie. I'm somewhere in there. But it's a lot of fun. And there's so many more good ones. I can't wait to meet them at Worlds.
Yeah, and they're exciting players in the American Air Hockey League also. So this is extra stream. Ooh, Peter Kai now 1 point
That was
away.
a forehand. That was a forehand left wall. What a great shot. Sarah man.
Yeah, and there are a lot of women in, like, I think it's Ayla and also Kayla and Kai and Jessica,
There's a
all
lot.
in the American Air Hockey League. And so they will be around. I think Mondays is the typical stream day. So if you want to catch them playing, like, those are good days to see. These are extra because there are so many people from out of state that are visiting. Like Emil, he just played a match earlier today. Seth Garrett's going to be playing a couple. And then a guy named Tam is coming from Canada to play.
Potential.
Oh, own
unforced
goal.
error.
So Nathan, he's fighting back. It's already 5-6. If he can tie it up, it'll be anyone's game.
I see this is a match for number 1. I do not believe they're playing for number 1. I think they're just playing because this is just a set. We are not doing a full match. A match is multiple sets. I believe this is just a set.
Yeah, and so for the American Air Hockey League, it's all based on their, like, it's not necessarily an ELO, but kind of a rating system. And so if Spec wins, he will get a lot of points. But I think Nathan is so far ahead that he's not going to be able to become number 1 just by winning. It might take a couple more opportunities. But you see his heart rate is now 190.
Oh.
Ooh.
Wow.
And, you know, they need a heart rate monitor for us because this is close. It's intense. The last game went to 6-6. We want to see it again. There it is. 6-6. Show me.
Oh, wow. Let's see if, I wonder if Spec has a quote-unquote kill shot. Let's see what he pulls out. Oh!
Oh, that would have been something crazy if that slow one went in. But Nathan has it. He slows it down, goes for a right wall over, keeps possession, almost scores on himself, goes for that cut. But here he is with that diamond drift, off goal cross. Takes his time, off goal cross again. He's setting it up. What's he going to go for? Tries to go for a 1-2 with a double bank, but no good. And Spec gets him 7-6, 2 games in a row.
Jeez. Wow, that cut from Spec, I am watching that. That is so good. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it looks like his heart rate has peaked at like 192. Wow. That is
Players are
crazy.
excited. Although, Kat, I do have to tell you, I watched earlier this week. They played, and Nathan won the first 3 games.
Yeah. And
then Peter Kai was able to come back, and he won 4 games in a row. What do you think Nathan would have to do if he's going to do the same thing?
I'm watching Spec's defense, and it is so incredibly solid. He is really blocking a fair number of those straight attempts. Oh my gosh, wait. Pause for a second. Nathan's got his bandana on. Maybe the bandana will bring him some power.
That's right. That's what Danielle called for. Here it is.
Yeah. I think that it will be a little bit difficult. Let's see. Maybe he can try some more of those straight off goals. See if he can bait Spec into moving a bit up and pound some unders. A little bit tough though.
Yeah, well, he has the puck, so if he's going to start a comeback, right here is where it starts.
Yeah.
He's going back to that off-goal cross. It seems to be part of his setup. You know, maybe he's trying to move Spec out of the way and get him out of that defense that you mentioned has been so solid.
Yeah. And Riff says it is a monster lead. He's seen these types of comebacks. Oh yes, it is not over until the last puck scores. Oh my gosh, I would hate to be on the receiving end of that cut. That's just, brutal.
Yeah, and Spec doing a great job of just keep going back to
There's
that.
the cut again. Something's working. That's one thing about this game. Nathan loses possession.
Yeah, Nathan went over the center line there
Tough.
and he hit it, and it was called good eagle eyes from the referee.
if something is working, it is good to kind of hammer it home. But it looks like Spec is also attempting some crosses. Let's see if Nathan can get back into it.
Yeah, it looks like Spec is also like calmed down. You see, you know, I'm almost saying his heart rate's only 170.
Oh, yeah.
But you know, Nathan's matching him over at 160. There's a chance he might overtake him if it gets so intense.
And it does look like Scott is asking in the chat, do they have timeouts? They do. You get 1 timeout per game. You can call it when the puck is in your possession, so on your side. And it is 10 seconds. So we'll see if they make use of those timeouts. Typically, it's a good idea to take one if the other person's at 6 points, or if they're on some crazy lead. That was a great shot by Spec there.
Spec once again. Was that another straight shot?
So
oh, that was the cross that time. So he's hitting him with both the cut cross. You know, Cody's asking you, is there someone out there we view as the best air hockey player? And right now in the world, it has to be Colin Cummings. I think he's won the last, like, you know, maybe 12 of the last 13 world championships, including like 4 or 5 in a row. And so he's very good. Nathan takes that timeout that Scott was asking about. So this is only 10 seconds. It will be his only timeout for the entirety of this game.
It is a good use, though, to try to break the other person's momentum. A timeout can be a pivotal point in any game, and at 3-1, I think that was a good use by him.
Yeah, especially since this is his, you know, this could be the last game of this match, even if Spec is able to win. Great block on the left wall shot. Spec goes for a little bit of a forehand off goal into the right wall. You know, he had been hitting him with a lot of those straight shots, so maybe trying to go for these banks might be open.
It looks like Fluffy Dragon Slayer. What does Spec win if he gets over 200 beats per minute? A doctor's visit, a heart attack.
Oh no. Great left wall under there from Nathan. You know, that timeout seems to have paid off a little bit. Mostly because I think Spec has lost some of his intensity. Some of the shots he's been taking have not been as powerful. And so here's Nathan doing that diamond drift, you know, the diamond hands in the chat. But here it goes to Spec, goes to the left walls. So, you know, he'd been scoring with those straight shots, but now he's going to these walls. And this is a bit of a ranked game in that for the American Air Hockey League, this will affect their ratings, but it's not going to affect their, like, USAA world ranks. For that, they would have to play a longer match like the one that we saw earlier.
And the puck flies off the table. In the chat, if the puck flies off the table, whoever had the last forward motion that touched the puck, it goes to the other person. So possession is very important.
But
you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a puck. Oh, I love Dodgeball. That's a great movie. Unfortunately, I am bad at dodging pucks. I seem to always get hit by them.
Yeah, or wear a helmet.
Wear a helmet.
But we do see, you know, Cody talking about how good Spec's defense has been playing, and you can see even here Nathan's trying to a great right wall under. He hits those cross shots to get him kind of used to just holding that out, and then he hit a really quick. It was a different timing on that under, which caught him just sort of frozen out.
I think that Spec's defense has been very, very solid. I really like what he's showing us.
But here we do see Nathan is winning. He's up 4-3. If he can win this game, it'll be the first one in a bad own goal there from Spec. You know, remember, Spec, you've got glasses. Score on the other goal, buddy. Just kidding. Spec's always making fun of me. But there it is. Good right wall over. All he had to do was clean his glasses, everyone. Don't worry. He's got this.
Yeah. Looks like, Line says, I'm surprised that eye protection isn't required. It is not. Yeah, it's not required, but I keep getting hit in the face with pucks, so maybe I will start having to do it at some point.
Yeah, and that's a little bit of a different shot there. Nathan going for that cross shot in a different motion than he had been hitting. But, you know, he's either trying to take you know, advantage of a weakness that he sees, or maybe he just feels like he needs a changeup. And another own goal this game, this time from Nathan. It's tied 5-5, and they call that here at the American Air Hockey League, I guess, the point of criticality. The first person to score will have that advantage in this game.
Oh, and it looks like it's Nathan. All right, let's see if Spec can tie it up. 6-6, let's go. Oh, no.
What?
Oh,
Oh, and a right
whoa.
wall. It has been the banana.
All right.
It's show me 6-6. Nathan with the puck. He drifts up, goes for the cut.
Wow.
Almost stolen from Peter. Goes for a cross. It flies off the table. It is going to be Spec's puck.
Wow, this is huge. All right, if I were Spec, what would I hit? What would you hit if you were Spec right now?
I don't know. He's been having a lot of success with the straights, but the last 2 points have been those right walls. I think it's 6-6. He won the last 2 games at 6-6 with a cut. Oh, and there's the right wall. He wins the entire set. 4-0.
That's insane.
And
That
I
was a
think
really great
the
shot.
last 3 games were all 7-6.
That's intense.
Oh, powerful right wall under.
It is a really closing out a game is an art form in itself, and it looks like Spec came came ahead a little bit more in those, but that was a really intense.
Yeah, we can see the players they're talking,
Yeah.
maybe a little bit on how accurate Spec's shots were, and Nathan's wondering, why is he not blocking them? Where is he putting his mallet that's not working? But real quick, I think we will have the players for questions, so if you have questions for them, put it in the chat. Yeah, make sure you add that question mark so they're able to see it. You can address it to them, put their name in, either Nathan, who's in white, or Spec, who's in blue. And Spec, are you able to hear us? Congratulations on that match. Now it's 2 times in a row.
Brutal.
Oh,
Maybe he
you
can't
couldn't.
hear.
I'm here.
Maybe he can't hear us yet, but he will soon.
Yeah, Spec, let us know once you can hear us.
I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Hey, congratulations. That's 2 sets in a row now.
Does
And
that
people
mean
were
I get-
asking
I
in the
get
chat.
number 1 now?
Yeah, people were asking. They're saying, what does this mean? Do you get to be number 1? You want to explain that to them?
So it isn't a consecutive. It's not a what? Do you want me to scoot over and sit on the headphones? Hold on, let me
Yeah,
turn
we
my
think you're
headphones.
beautiful, Spec. We got to see more of you.
All right, let me set up. What's up, TV? Oh my gosh, TV.
Yeah, if you have questions for Spec, hurry up, put it in the chat.
Oh yeah, sweat's going in my eyes. So it's not a consecutive challenge match, like 2 out of 3 sets. It was more of a fractured challenge set, but it still counts as rating and whatnot. So definitely not rank overtaking, because I'm pretty sure if we did do a full challenge match, I'm sure like Nathan would ultimately come out on top.
Yeah, well, there's a chance, but you won 4-0, and actually, I think this means you've won 8 games in a row against him. Isn't that right?
Yeah, yes. But I was playing so off yesterday. I could not hit any shots against Emil, but same with Emil too. But on Tuesday, I was feeling my game. My game got on freaking game 3. That was so stressful. I was like, I can't let him get past like 4 points, or I'm done for. Because that's the thing with Nathan. If he gets either a lead or 1-to-1 on you, it's like most of the time, his chances of winning is higher because he's closer to the finish line. Even if we're like together like 3-3. And then we go 4-4 and 5-5. But like, if I get a lead on him, he starts stressing out a lot more because every point is now more critical than the last. So that's how I have to win.
And everyone
everyone but the first one was a 7-6.
Yeah, we were gonna ask, what do you think when it's 6-6 and you've got the puck? What goes through your brain?
I have some shots that I do against Nathan, and I know he's listening to this, but I will do a cross when it's in a 7-6. Sometimes a cut, or if it's really serious and that he's blocking both cross and cut, I'll do a cut release, but I'll right wall under him, and that's what you saw in the last game.
Seems like you had some success with the right wall over too, which those were
showing
brutal,
you
by
I
the
don't
way.
have a
Shout
heart
out
rate
to
right
you.
now. Why don't you have a heart rate right now?
I actually have a heart
You
attack.
forfeit if you're
He
actually
finally
zombie.
broke it.
Oh my
Broke
god,
it 200.
oh my god, he's dead.
What was that last question, Kat?
Oh no, I'm just telling
the
you, your right wall
the
overs.
right-
They were great.
I have been practicing right wall overs since Worlds, and I've been getting them really deceptive. Because all my game is deception. You know, I never pull out like super power shots.
Josiah should have been here. Josiah, you're letting Spec get ahead. If you were here to challenge me instead of Spec. No, congrats, bro. Like, honestly, congrats. You've earned it. I have a lot of excuses, but none of them are good enough to make up for how well you played just now.
It's a clash of two.
You did awesome.
It's a high class of two, clash of two styles. Mine's deception. Yours is power. And like your shots have like been on goal, but I don't know, my defense have been.
No, you were killing it. I mean, you were killing it. I was playing dumb. I let go of the puck too many times. Your overs and your cut cross combo, even though all those go to basically the same spot, those can almost all be blocked from the same spot. I kept leaving it and leaving it and leaving it. And I mean, that's so when people are watching, they're gonna be like, "Why is this guy so mad?" I'm not mad that he's doing good. I'm not mad that his shots are working. I'm mad that I did bad, right? You know, when you make a mistake, and I made too many mistakes that game.
I was like, when did you start playing professionally?
Yeah, we can hear you, Emil. We can hear you, but yeah, we can hear you.
I just saw on the here, Cruz is showing me that on Discord, Josiah is wanting to challenge.
Yeah, we saw that.
Yeah, we just called it out on the chat here.
Oh, I wasn't sure if you had seen it. That's all.
Yeah, that's fine. He can challenge him all he wants. He should have shown up. He was here earlier. He should have stayed. Kyle saying, when did you start playing professionally? I started about 3 years ago. Spec started about 2, roughly.
2? No, it's been more than that now.
I guess it has been almost like 3.5.
You started like what, 2020 or
2021?
2021.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you started the 2022 state.
Klein asking, how can we join this league? Dude, show up. Just show up to play.
You got to be in Idaho to join the AAHL.
No, you can. I would say just go all over the place. Live stream it. We should start some games up in North Carolina. We got some. We got Emil from Florida. He's hoping to start up some live streams over there in Florida. But we are going to be at the Jeremy's Downtown Arcade. If you want to see where that's at, just type into the chat. Just type in.
Klein is like, these guys speak of air hockey at such a technical level.
Yeah. Okay, so ! ID is all you got to put in the chat right now, and that will send you the directions or like the address that we're going to be at this Sunday. If you want to play us, if you're in Idaho or anywhere near that. So ! ID. If you're in Texas, type in ! TX. If you're in North Carolina, ! NC. Illinois. There's a lot of different areas that are happening right now. Danielle in the chat. What up, what up, what up? See, ! ID, and now there it is.
What was your favorite part about the match? I think I did I don't know. It was, that match was so intense, I just don't like remember it most of the time.
My favorite part about that match was when there was a foul on the play, and it was on Spec, but the rule is really bad. It's a really bad rule. I'm going to get personal for a second. There's a really, really dumb rule that states that whoever's moving forward when the puck flies off the table goes to the other player. But randomly, it happens very rarely. I've never personally seen it until today. I've heard of this happening in other areas where the puck was unstable. I had shot it. It was going to fly off the table. It would have been out on me. He moved up in front of it to stop it, and it flipped over the mallet and flew off the table. And even though it was defensive, he was in front of it, not making a shot because he was moving forward when it hit, it fell off the table. So the question was, how do we play that? And I said, let's play how it should be, not how the rule currently is. This is going to make a lot of people mad watching this from Texas right now. But
I blocked it, and then I went up to catch it, but then it flew off the rail. Right. So wouldn't that just be mine, or?
It wouldn't have been yours if you were moving forward. Yeah, so it would have. So by the current rules, it would go to me. But by the way, the rules should be, it goes to you.
I was like,
well, and that's what I'm saying, because you're like, hey, it goes to you. That's the way the rules are. But it's like, no, the rules should be where if you are defensively blocking it in front of it, there's no way they're being offensive. It's saying the offensive movement. So that was my favorite part, was just basically saying, no, we're going to do this. We're going to do this the way that it should be, not the way that it currently is.
Votes, 50-50.
I know that was pretty dang close. That was a really close poll. I'm really proud of you, bro. You know,
you lost by 2 points.
Total?
Yeah, it was 7-5, then 7-6, 7-6.
Yeah, thanks. good to hear. I love losing barely.
Yeah, so Nathan, one of the things we were saying is Spec's now got 8 games in a row on you. You know, you got to come back and get him next time.
Whoa. Ray, Calm it. That's only 8 games in a row on the live stream. The last time we played, we stayed afterwards because I'm like, I want grudge match. I'm probably gonna make him do it again today. And I beat him
he did
2
beat
games
me.
of 4.
Yeah.
So he only has 4 games in a row right now.
We were 1-1.
I don't know about that.
2-1.
He's speaking crazy talk right now. Guys, we appreciate you for throwing stuff in the chat. We see this is live right now.
Everybody wants a rematch now.
I had to walk away. Like, I haven't been that mad at my play in a long time. I was mad. I played so badly. I had to like walk away for a second.
You should watch
Yeah.
the live stream and see what you did wrong.
What makes me worse is like there's a room here. And I was like, my wife is in there and she's watching it live, and I walked in just to be like, man, I'm so bummed. And as I opened the door, she's like, you just lost against, and I'm like, no, wrong. I chose the wrong room of the studio. I need to go sit somewhere else in this place. Yeah. So gotta love my wife for
Pink Rabbit.
Pink Rabbit's awesome. Question for Nathan: you feel that this was more of a mental loss or a physical loss? I feel like it's a little bit of both. We've played a lot of games back to back. Not just Spec and I. I've been playing a lot this week, and I've been waking up early and staying up very late. And I think it's a lot of a physical loss. I think it was a bit of a mental loss, just being like, where is he going to play? What shot should I do next? But to be very fair, I think it's because he played really well. It wasn't just because I did bad. There's nothing worse than beating somebody and they say, oh, you only won because I did terrible. No, he won because he did better than I did today.
George Anderson.
Yeah.
I was on my game, you know.
Yeah.
So it seemed like Nathan played a lot towards the
They want a
center.
sudden death match.
I think I would just rip it.
I don't know, buddy. Have you seen these bad boys? You got tickets to the show?
Like, noodle arms, just like Mr. Octopus or something.
You know what makes me the most upset? We don't even get the rotisserie chicken after this one. That's the most upsetting.
Winner chicken dinner,
Yeah.
you know, guys.
Yeah.
So Mr. Kroon
Wait,
says,
they want a sudden death match? You want to agree to that? One more game? Whoever wins the whole thing. I can just win all. Yeah, you want to, Spec? Hey, look, the
It's not
fans.
even sudden.
Give the fans what they want.
That's sudden death. It wasn't
Sudden
even
death.
close.
That makes no, but it's only how many points?
We'd have to see a poll, you know.
A poll for sudden death.
No sudden.
What, are you scared? You just won 4-0. You have nothing to be worried about. Spec, go do it. so right there from
I want to read
Arizona.
Mr. Cringe's comment. Nathan played a lot towards the center of the table, me towards the goal. When you're playing someone with a different play style, how do you adjust or what's going through your head?
Normally when I play up, I might be able to block a lot of straights. So you want to block higher up when they're doing straights on you.
My straights were going on you.
He had a very, very bloody,
No,
annoying,
not the
accurate
pole.
sudden
I
death
don't
match.
think I'm gonna do it.
I think that everyone's gonna say, oh, there's actually someone actually said no. I'm really surprised. This is, yeah, who would
Thank
say
you,
no to
said
that?
no, Ray.
Oh, I think even Ray is like, that's crazy. And he puts yes. Kat's like, oh, that's weird. Why would we do sudden death? She pushes yes. I know that's what just happened. Kat, did you?
You know, we did have a lot of first-time viewers, and they were really excited to see, you know, the first time seeing air hockey between you two.
Double or nothing.
Show some balls, Spec. Do it. That's inappropriate. Tyler's saying no. I stayed.
I beat
No,
you- I beat-
Josiah.
I-
Josiah.
hey,
I stayed.
I'm going with the Josiah. I beat you in flip flops.
Wait. Josiah wants you to win this, so you have more points. So if he beats you, then he gets icy while he's on this one.
I'm still in Masters.
You don't want to do it then? You don't want to play one more? Come on, Spec. What's one more game? What's one game amongst friends? We want.
We can.
Says Klein. Arizona says, give the fans what they
can
want.
you can. Hey, I think I'll beat Seth Garrett and then I'll play you.
Oh, do you guys see this? This is what fear looks like. I want you to. It's very rare you actually get to see the manifestation of fear in the flesh right now. I want to let it be very known. Spec and I are very good buddies. It's always hard to play a friend because you're getting mad and you're like, oh man, like I'm getting mad right now. And then in my head, I'm like, he's actually probably feeling bad for me because I'm just not playing at my best right now. I think I was still playing pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie. That wasn't like me playing so terrible. I was playing pretty good, and that's why he won. He did better. Rock paper scissors match right now. Hold on. Whoa. I had to jump before this match. All right. Okay.
His heart rate up for the rock paper scissors match.
Okay. What's he gonna choose? What's he gonna
high.
choose?
Alright.
Okay. I am ready. Rock paper scissors shoot. Ah! All right. He wins. That was
And
once
once again, it's been the cut.
It's been the cut shot. Oh, guys, you're amazing so much. Okay, check it out. Tomorrow is when the fun really starts. Emil is going up against Josiah. Josiah is the number 3, unless I lose again or something. I don't know where he's at now. You better not be number 1 after this. I'm gonna be.
I'm not gonna be number 1.
You better not be. So Josiah is going to be taking on Emil tomorrow. Emil is now 2 for 1.
I hope Emil crushes him again like he did in World.
He might, but Josiah is a completely different beast.
Dude, if
Josiah
Emil
is
beats Josiah, he's gonna bust up our rankings.
yeah. So well, that's the thing. So check it out tomorrow.
We better not lose this Josiah.
Same time, the same time that it started today. That's 6 o'clock Mountain Time, which is 5 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Central, and 8 o'clock Eastern Time. And then on Saturday and Sunday, we're doing stuff all day. It's going to be a blast. We're even going to go do
Saturday, I'll be playing Seth Garrett for one set.
That's going to be so great. I think that we're going to do, actually Sunday night, we're going to be doing an arcade tournament at Cherumy's Downtown Arcade. Once again, exclamation mark ID to see where that's at. We got baseball land football 2442 saying I am new. Thanks for jumping in. YouTube.
You should put air hockey in front of baseball and football.
I want to know. Okay, I have to make a weird request. Yesterday we had Javier Romero playing, and then a person with the name Javier Romero in the chat was like, "I'm part of the Javier Romero fan club," and I was like, "Oh, he must have made that account just now." But it turns out it probably was his name. I want to know, Javier Romero, are you watching this? Not our player, but like the doppelganger.
I want Riff to come out here so I can beat him too.
Emily, the North Carolina mercenary. I know it. So watch tomorrow. Josiah.
I haven't beat anyone yet.
Josiah is the highest ranked youngest player that we have. The only younger player than him is my daughter, and she's the highest ranked female. But Josiah, being 15 years old, just turning 15, he was at number 2 until I lost against Spec a few days ago. So Josiah is crazy good. Watch that game. Sunday night, we're doing a tournament live, and you're all welcome to come to it if you're in the area. We would love to meet you, even if you don't want to play. If you're like, hey, I don't know if I can beat these guys, that's fine. Show up. We'd love to sign stuff for you. We'd love to hang out. But if you want to play us, that's fine too. I think we're going to do an Overthrow the Pro, maybe Saturday night at Wahoo's, maybe. I'm thinking about it.
I want to play Seth.
Play Seth.
Night.
He's going to, that's fine. Play him, but we can still do Wahoo's. It's going to take him like 1 minute to beat you. It'll be fine. So,
And Nathan, just real quick, were there any other matches planned?
Yes, Monday, not for tonight. I think tonight that was absolutely it. Unless anybody, oh wait, Tim's here. We could have one more match.
Let's have,
do you want to play or not? I don't know.
Wait,
we'll
aren't you playing Emil sometime?
Yeah, he's going to be playing Emil
on
to
Saturday or Friday.
I believe it's Saturday.
Oh, Saturday.
I think it's Saturday.
Right.
But point is, guys, if you want to see us, we're trying to make it available. There's a lot of people in chat that are like, we got people saying one more game, so maybe we'll do a team game here in 1 second. That'd be a fantastic. What time is it? It's almost 10 o'clock here.
10 o'clock, bro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, fans' choice. How about that? That's the best way to decide this. A fans' choice game where you guys get to vote.
All right, fans, what do you want? What do you want?
So usually at the very end of the night, we like to do this thing called fans' choice, where you guys get to decide the game. The best way to really decide is if you do a donation. It could be even just $2 to pick it. Then it sits at the top and everyone sees it.
How about we do a 2-on-2? Emil versus Spec. That's gonna happen on Monday. Yeah, you can't.
Let's do a doubles match.
Let's do me and Emil versus you and Chance.
Why is Anthony chop liver?
No, because it's the winners versus losers.
Me and Chance will crush you.
It's the winners
Good.
versus losers.
I accept.
It's the winners versus losers, guys.
I accept. And remember, he said that. So afterwards, when he thinks that it's a losers, blah blah, he's gonna be the loser at the end of this one. What's that?
It's
okay.
That's fine. That's fine. Oh,
right.
That's fine.
Alrighty, we're gonna do one more game for you guys. We're probably not gonna have any. We're probably not gonna have any replays. We know that's all right. That's how things go. We're gonna jump on the table. Wait, we want to see Nathan dab. I can't. You're in the way. You walk right the way. You're like a deer in the headlights.
On the haters, Nathan. Oh, there it is.
I want to make it known that I did what the fans asked, but Spec, you didn't put out. You didn't. Dino's asking for doubles. All right, let's get that game rolling.
Let's get the doubles.
So
going.
Emil, if you want to pop out of here, he's already out of here. Anthony, do you think you could? Anthony, I think we're gonna have you run the slow-mo replay. And for right now, Ray, I'm going to pass the commentary back to you. I appreciate all you guys. I hope you enjoyed the last fun match. Doubles is really fun if you haven't seen doubles. It does not mean both people are playing on the sides at the same time. It's like you take turns. If you get scored on, you sub out. Ray will explain that for you right now.
Yeah, of course. Also, if anyone's watching the PC version, you got to see Chance dancing. So I feel bad for anyone that's on, their mobile. They didn't get that view because it's this more narrow view. But yeah, so they're going to be getting doubles match. And so what that is going to be, 2 players are on the same team. And so they still only have to get to 7 like a normal air hockey game. but if you get scored on, you have to switch out. So it's an interesting dynamic to, like, in order to win, like, maybe only one player can score all 7 points, but they have to score them all on both of the other 2 players.
Yeah, and it's interesting too because for a lot of players who really thrive off the building momentum and everything, doubles can be really challenging. It is a different way of playing that is new and different and fun, and also can just be a really tough transition. But yeah, this is who is this again? Is this Emil, and who else is on his team? Is it Chance?
It's going to be Emil and Spec. I believe they said it's going to be winners versus losers, but I actually see we've got Emil and Tim are actually on the table. So I'm not sure, because I thought it was going to be Emil and Spec versus Nathan and Chance. But they might be warming up right now.
Oh, okay.
So, just to get back on the table, it's been, a little bit since Emil played. It's been a bit since Chance played. And so they're letting Tim get on the table also. He just got there. He's able to play around. So maybe they're just warming up now. It looks like, Chance and Nathan are getting ready to play. But I don't know if we're going to be able to get a poll, because a lot of people that are running it in the studio are part of this match. But who do you think you guys would win between the 2 winners from today, Emil and Spec, versus Nathan and Chance?
Interesting. Emil is going back to a high top. That's really fun. Then Riff says Ray is the best doubles player in NC's history. Well,
that's true.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We don't have to pull out all their seats, but I don't think I've ever been at a major tournament where another North Carolina player finished higher than I did in my team. And so one of my longtime doubles players that I played with is Seth Garrett. And he's actually going to be here for the American Air Hockey League tomorrow. He's going to start playing matches, I think, maybe not tomorrow, maybe Saturday. And he's going to be challenging both, ranks 1 and 2, and then a couple other players, Spec and Nathan. And so those are really exciting, because he's finished in the top 20, I think, of the last 2 world tournaments. And he's still, around, rank 19 or so in the world. And so Nathan and Spec are going to have chances to take that rank from him. But, so they did come up with team names. It looks like it's going to be Team No Chance versus Dragon Fusion. And I'm not totally sure. It looks like Team No Chance is the team with Chance, but I do think it'd be funny if the team that did not have Chance was Team No Chance.
Yeah, it looks like an overhead cam of the table could be cool. That is something we have done in the past in some of the NC streams. It is really fun to watch, like, the overhead of the game, because that's not a view that you get while you're actually playing the game.
Yeah, and you can find those matches on, like, North Carolina Air Hockey. But here's the first start. A lot of times you like to, it goes and finds its way over to Team Dragon Fusion. Spec starting off. I think both teams got to choose who played. So it's interesting that Team No Chance would pick Spec to be on the table, especially after just winning 4 games in a row.
Maybe Spec, maybe they think Spec can stay on the whole time. Let's see.
And there it is. Yeah, we have great.
Yeah.
We want to say thanks to the chat. Commentary. We are. We're not even the B team. I think we're down to C, maybe D team here with filling in, because we've got all these extra streams. But make sure you come and check out some of the other commentary and some of the main commentators who are going to be playing each other in Idaho in studio later this week. It's now 1-1, now 2-1 for Team Dragon.
Right wall under. That was so good. Shout out to you, Emil. I can't wait to play Emil again when he comes back to NC.
Yeah.
Ooh. Is he back to the low top? He's back to the low top. Oh, wow. Every time I look... Oh, whoa. Every time I look, he's got a new mallet.
Puck flies up the table. Almost caught by Spec, but it does go over to Chance.
Yeah, don't get hit in the face with a stray puck.
Yep. It's a chance there. He's really slowed it down. You know, earlier he was playing quickly. Their players, they're getting excited. I don't know if you could hear them scream. You know, I think they were saying, you know, that's my puck. They're excited. You know, you see Spec and Nathan both jumping up and down. We don't. Oh, wow. Powerful forehand from Emil.
Yeah, Emil versus Nathan. What's it going to be? Oh. Whoa. The faces yearn for straight pucks. My face does. I keep getting hit by them.
Oh, there you're.
Oh, what's the advantages and disadvantages of low and high top mallets? I think most top players use high tops, better for defense. They also, oh my god, that was so fast. Wow. They also, I just like them more. I just like them more than the low tops are. What do you think?
Yeah, so the high top, that nub that like sticks up, basically you can use your hand to rest on the back side of it, and that helps you slow the momentum of the puck. And so the low tops don't have that, and so it's a little bit more difficult to cushion the puck on defense. But because it's not there, you're able to like move it around really quickly because it's a lot lighter. You're able to do interesting things with your wrist. And so a lot of players really like how it feels to play offense with them, but they do struggle on defense. And so in air hockey, we've always said that the offense always has the advantage because it's not possible to block the entire goal. And so a lot of the top players use the high top because it helps them play defense, feeling like their offense already has that chance. But wow,
Nathan is still on the table. Spec has got to get him off. Let's see.
Yeah, and it looks like, you know, Spec will be, this is their last life. That's kind of how I view doubles. You know, Emil just lost his last life this game. And so for Team Dragon Fusion to come back, it's all on Spec. He needs to score 4 times in a row before Team No Chance.
Oh, looks like there was a slow left wall attempt. Those are brutal. Oh, wow, I thought that was in.
A good block from Spec, and it flies off the table. That's going to be Spec's puck.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The doubles is a totally different monster here. Wow, look at this. Nathan is looking to avenge himself from earlier. Oh, left wall attempt. Right wall. Go for that cut.
Oh, you called it, but Nathan was ready.
He learned his lesson.
Good chase from Spec to get the puck. Nathan as well. Nathan has the puck. Can he kill it here? Diamond drift. A little bit of a cross-off goal maybe. Goes back to it. He does like doing that cross-off goal.
Yeah.
Trying to move Spec's defense around. Make him question whether he's going to be taking shots on goal or not. But there he goes, left wall, and Spec is able to take the puck from him. This has been a long possession without a puck. I thought that went in.
Wow.
The push.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Great effort from Nathan to pull that puck out of the goal.
Gosh.
They're going back and forth. Oh,
and Nathan's off the table. Let's see if
that one looked like it bounced off the top of Nathan's mallet into the wall and still went in.
Oh.
This is now Chance's turn to try to close this game.
Closing out a game is a whole art form in itself. Wow, that almost looked like it was going in. I think it's really good to have a kill shot, which you can try to tap into when it's in a situation like this, where you're up. Ooh, let's see.
Yeah, so the players are playing again. All 4 of these players have played, but this is a different format. They're now playing doubles. So the winners from the 2 sets or matches earlier today.
Oh, look at the right
good
wall
right
over.
wall from Spec. The
Nice.
2 winners,
Nathan.
Spec and Emil, are playing the 2 losers, Nathan and Chance. But Nathan and Chance are actually winning.
Oh, wow.
They're up 6-5. Spec has come back from, was it 6-3?
Oh, and he's got possession. Let's see if he can tie it up 6-6. Maybe a right wall over?
Oh, the cut. He does it. 6-6. You know what we say? Show me. Now Chance has the puck. He's taking his time. He hit that off goal. Right wall. Blocked by Spec. Off the table. It's now Spec's puck.
This would be an insane comeback for Spec.
Oh,
my
and
God.
a cross. A great shot from Spec to bring that back on his last life.
Wow.
6-6. Hits this cross on Chance. You see in the slow replay, Chance just barely moves over and opens up that path for the puck to score. And we see Spec 2 double fist bump in the air as he held. And we're seeing everyone in the chat cheering for him. You know, what a stand, what an absolute unit. Spec is a power lifter as well as an air hockey player. He might be the strongest air hockey player.
That was really crazy to watch. What a crazy, crazy comeback. That was wow. Wow. I am very, very impressed. It's hard because Spec's been pounding those unders, or not those unders, I'm sorry. Those cuts the whole night, but he ends it with a fancy little cross. I love that. Great cross. Eventually, I will learn how to hit a cross.
Yeah, that is really good. We do see that the guest speakers, you know, Caleb and Seth will be here later this week, so they're going to be playing mic'd up. This is an exciting, you know, maybe you're thinking it's a Thursday. Why is the American Air Hockey League streaming right now? And it's because of this